and welcome. Welcome to TPK Roleplay. I'm Chrissy Kritz, and I'm going to be your commissioner for the evening. Tonight we're going to be playing Chew, a foodie crime drama that's available now on Kickstarter to be backed. I believe Mason can confirm that. I believe it was fully backed already, but we're obviously hoping to unlock lots of extra fun stuff. And I also want to give Mitch and the rest of the folks over at the Chew Kickstarter group for giving us the chance to play this. I also want to thank the folks over that way for giving me the green light to kind of hack and slash this actual play just a bit and have some fun with it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The scene opens in a rundown city on the East Coast. We are in Baltimore, Maryland. This city smells of salt and fish. It ain't pretty, but it's home. There's a chill in the air that drifts from the ocean and bites at your nose as you walk into a large, bustling building. Things have been different coming to work since the bird flew 5 years ago. What used to be just a run-of-the-mill restaurant inspections and illegal psychedelic mushroom tea busts has turned into a much bigger bite to swallow. Now the FDA stands as the country's homeland security, and your job is much more dangerous. With chicken being federally banned, it's a constant battle with any number of potential threats as people try to find that perfect umami bite. But today's gonna be a good day. You woke up on time, you got yourself a coffee and a croissant on the way to work. You open the door to the building and you start to trudge up the stairs. You don't bother with the elevator today. You just watched a group of USDA agents walk into it, and it's not worth listening to their shit talking. You get to the second floor, counting the steps as you go, the same as you do every day, and you sit down at your desk in the bullpen, looking around. That's when you hear it. Colby, Time, Spites, Cart, Mason, you two, get your asses in my office now. It's Director Bale Kress, and they sound pissed. It's not even 9:05 a.m. yet, and the bullshit begins. A heavy-set woman sits behind a desk, a white shirt with a small brown stain on a sleeve cuff. Is that coffee? Chocolate? You can't stop staring at it until you notice a large folder in front of her that she slaps down dramatically onto your desk and snaps you back to reality. She smells like fried chicken? Somehow? Or are you imagining that? Maybe she smells like that god-awful frog-based chicken replacement that everybody seems to love so much. Or maybe it's just sweat and sadness. So, players, who is Dr. Kress looking at? We'll start with Bright.
Dr. Kress is looking at Carlito Carp. Small, frail, skinny, deep-voiced, wearing all black, has his black hair kind of poking out from underneath his beanie. Looks malnourished, but wears a big set of glasses and kind of hides behind his phone. He's an analyst, a crime and kitchen scene investigator, and a consultant for the FDA.
All right. How about up next, Proper?
Hey everyone, I'm Proper, and today I'm playing Jack Colby. He is the investigator. I almost said theme book. I'm so used to City of Mist. He's the investigator class, basically. He is generic as they come. He's been out of the academy for quite a few years now, and wears a casual gray-blue shirt to work and a black tie, but not much else. A watch on his wrist, and he uses his wits to make sure he is always on up. He always ends up on top. And to my right is Foxy.
There we go. What's up, folks? I'm Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite fox, and you are currently looking at Agent Kenny Spice. It's a wonder he's here at 9:05. He's usually not on time at all, and always seems to smell of last night's Chinese. But he's rocking his usual uniform. Suspenders are under a relatively unkempt shirt and bow tie. People tend to ask why he comes to work in an unironed shirt, and he always tells them that he comes the way their girlfriends left him last night. And yeah, I'm gonna pass it over to Sarah from there.
Hi, I'm Osarax Franco, and I'm playing Rosemary Time, Detective Time. She is a woman, probably late 30s to like early 40s. She's dressed very smartly in a blazer and a dress shirt, uh, nice pair of comfortable jeans and dress shoes. She looks tired, bored. The director yelling seems to have no effect on her whatsoever. It's almost as if she's heard this 1,000 times. She'll boredly eat her croissant as she looks around the room, noting everyone else there, and will just kind of sigh and lean to the side and wait to hear what's next. On to Mason.
Yeah. Mason Savoy steps in, a very large man, larger than life, as his hands are behind him, wearing a lovely trench coat with hat, nicely trimmed mustache and beard, in a slight cybernetic eye. He gazes at Director Kreese, watching her. Just quiet at this moment.
All right. So, the director opens a file on her desk and pushes it towards the group. She kind of just shoves it towards you. We've got some real issues right now. One of our own has gone missing. Jonah Welby. She kind of stares longingly at an Employee of the Month plaque, which you see is just a large photo, an obnoxiously large photo of Jonah in an FDA string bikini, and he's washing company cars. We think those freaks from the chicken kernels are behind it. He was staking out some other human meat operations, and we think he got in too deep. He was with Director Pena from the USDA during the stakeout. So they're both missing, technically. I'm mostly concerned about Jonah, though, and as she says that, you can see just the slightest hint of sadness come over her. Well, and beating those USDA idiots to the fruit punch first, obviously. We gotta find them, hopefully, before they become the next meatballs that everybody's raving about. Get down to Little Italy. The last time we saw him was at the In-N-Out. Check with Jiffle. We'll see if we can see what you guys can shake and bake out of him. She tosses one of you the case file, whoever wants to grab it can. You turn to walk out, and as you do, she shouts, "And get this figured out before the end of the day, or you all are fired."
Jeez.
Oh. Did anyone notice that she seemed off? Maybe depressed?
I mean, when isn't
That's her
she?
usual demeanor.
Yeah, that was my guess.
All right.
Personally, I'm just now we're playing babysitter right now.
Carlito picks up the folder and starts flipping through it to go through the data.
Okay. It is strangely empty. It is one single photo of a rundown hotel called the In-N-Out. It looks as though the paper is tear stained, and a little bit crumpled, as if maybe she was holding it closely to her. And then stuck to that photo is just a little post-it note with the address.
What do you got, Carp?
Sure. Not a lot of useful information on this thing anyway. Folds it up and hands it to you.
This
Is that the In-N-Out?
You know what?
Been before.
Yeah, once or twice. Had Greek there.
How was it?
Either.
Do you frequent such a location?
I wouldn't say frequent, but you know.
Let's see.
Commissioner, the In-N-Out is a hotel, or what is it?
It's a hotel.
It is a hotel.
I am disturbed by Foxy's comment then.
May I have this piece of paper? I'd like to digest a little bit of it and see if it might illuminate some of the shadows in this investigation.
Be my guest. And Rosemary will hand it over.
Yeah. Mason will sniff it like you would sniff a fine wine, lick the edges of the paper, and then take a bite, especially where the tears are. to try to see if he can get any sort of impressions from it.
Yeah. So, are you using anything from your character sheet, or are you just using your talent?
My quirk, Cynopath, and yeah, if I have to roll for it, I think I would do like a instinct, carnivore, and then my Cynopath quirk.
Cool. Go for it.
All right.
You sure you don't want to buy it dinner first there?
You jest, but it's not an animate object. It has no soul. Nothing for me to engage in conversation with.
He's playing it low and slow. I can dig it.
So you'd probably say you have a lot in common.
Ouch.
That was uncalled for, sir.
But hilarious.
Hilarity is not something that we're paid to do.
You kind of just proved his point.
We're not really paid at all.
Well, I'm paid. Why aren't you paid?
You guys are getting paid?
Yeah, what is this? You guys should get paid. There's no other way to be a part of this capitalistic system, unless you have some means to procure currency.
I'll be honest, boss. I'm just here for the uniform.
Kenny's just an intern at the moment. He's yet to make it into a fully fledged membership of the FDA.
Excuse me. Agent Spice, thank you very much.
Agent, sure.
All right, Mason, what's your hot date have to say?
So I got a 5.
Okay. So, as you just kind of bring the photo to your mouth and just as gently as you can nibble just the littlest bite, you get like kind of as if, like you said, kind of checking a glass of wine. You get an understanding that this is kind of a dive place. This isn't a very good or high-end motel. And you figure out the location very easy if you weren't already familiar.
I'm not familiar.
But I will say,
would not be caught dead in such a location.
Okay, ouch.
So, you get the address. It is in Little Italy. It's between two other buildings. A kink club named Like Groceries, and then a 24/7 diner called Itis Factory.
Was it named Like Groceries? Concerning that, like, there was a sentence on a song about eating booty like groceries, and I'm curious if that is what they are talking about. Someone a little bit younger than myself might be able to illuminate this here thread.
I'm just gonna yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten a booty?
What? We're not. You know what? That's not what we get paid for.
Okay. No, that's. I was just.
I thought you didn't get paid.
Exactly.
And on that note, you guys begin heading towards the In-N-Out. Because of Mason's mixed success, it takes you a little bit of time to get there. You guys go around a couple of blocks a couple times, probably because Kenny doesn't want to help out after being kind of riled up a little bit. But as you guys get there, you realize if you do want to have weird, creepy sex in a mold-infested motel, there are better rated places to go.
Oh,
and
you
it
think?
does sit between a kink club named Like Groceries and a 24/7 diner called Itis Factory. Parking is in the center of a U-shaped 2-story motel with a green roof and has a rusty metal staircase leading up to large windows with torn curtains for your local aspiring voyeur. Rooms are available by the minute if you're so inclined. There's a camera pointing at the entrance, and there's a booth that looks like a convenience store with the owner behind a fingerprint-covered thick wall of plastic. An old Atari arcade cabinet of Food Fight and a vending machine with a mix of sushi and condoms are helpfully located nearby. and there's a man sitting at the desk.
Brandy?
Rosemary's just gonna walk right up and say, "Hi, Detective Time." She's gonna pull out a wallet, flash a quick badge. I'm here looking for a missing persons. Can you tell me, have you had a lot of extra traffic here lately?
The man behind the plastic barrier he crosses his arms, leans back in his chair a little bit. Well, I try not to divulge anything about my customers. This is a private business. Privacy is important.
Right. So is health code. I'd really hate, to have to bring in some other inspectors in here, take a look at how frequently you're changing those sheets. So you've got beans. It's probably best to spill them now.
You'll see him shift a little bit uncomfortably. Listen, I'm a legit businessman. I pay my taxes, and I pay a staff. They clean the sheets appropriately. I'm not sure what you're insinuating.
I just need to know, have you seen someone by the name of Jonah Welby?
Are you showing him the photo? Or are you just
Not
asking
yet.
the name?
Just
Okay.
asking the name.
No, doesn't ring a bell.
That's strange. Rosemary will turn and look at the rest of the party and kind of... Don't you all think that's a little strange? Leave a bad taste in your mouth?
Yes, I think it does, yeah.
Sorry, what was your name again?
My name?
Yeah.
My name's Jiffle.
Jiffle.
You sure about that, Chip? You
Right,
sure?
well, Mr. Jiffle, federal law states that your privacy rules do not comply with any laws that we have. We have precedence over that. Barring any laws that might enable you to divulge the information that we're asking you for. Based on the beta oxidation on the corner of your mouth there, I presume you enjoy yourself a wing or two on occasion. I imagine that's information you wouldn't want your clients or, the local beat cops to find out about and do routine check-ins on your establishment from time to time. If you wouldn't mind cooperating with us for just a moment, we can be out of your hair.
So, Carp, are you trying to intimidate him?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and roll on your training. It seems like maybe you're just tapping into some of that, I know how to get the information when I need it sort of bit.
Now, does my enhance perk work here? Because I'm gathering info.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
can do
sure. Okay, I'm not sure what it means, but it says you can choose to resist the results with training to take a closer look. If you do, you automatically score a critical result.
that. Okay, yeah, you can use that.
Cool. Then I'm gonna do it.
All right, so, so as you kind of lean into this and you talk about the oxidization on his lips and kind of are surprised, he looks surprised and shocked at and he kind of frowns a little bit. Listen, every once in a while I'll grab a chicken wing and there ain't nothing. I get that it's illegal, but a man's got to do what a man's got to do. Listen, I don't need you guys coming in here poking around, messing things up. Do you have a photo of your friend? I don't recognize the name. Usually people, when they sign into my books, they use fake names anyways.
Look, Let's not try to complicate things. Why don't you give us access to any videotapes you might have? This need not be violent, and we can also overlook your indiscretions.
All right, come back here. I'll give you a few minutes with the cameras, and I'll look the other way for you looking the other way.
Well played.
And he walks you back to a very dingy back room. Has a couple of different cameras. Mostly, the only one that you can really pay attention to, or that looks like it's viewable, is the one that faces where the vending machine is. And it, over the last 24 hours, if you guys go back through, you do see security footage of Director Kress and Jonah checking into a room together.
Oh my.
Bingo.
Room number 68.
Tragic.
We would like this room.
All right, so based on Carp's enhancing ability and him feeling a little bit more intimidated now that a couple people have kind of tried to push him around, he'll hand you an extra key card, and as you guys walk past him, you'll see him kind of just shift uncomfortably a little bit. You guys get into room 68, and when you walk in, it looks like a literal smorgasbord of food items. There are pizza boxes everywhere. There's Chinese food just everywhere. It looks as if the place has been torn apart with food. On the sheets, you see some stains kind of all over the place. Looks like sweet and sour sauce, but you're not positive. And that's what you see immediately when you walk in.
Well,
Looks
someone
like they
has to
didn't
run in here.
save any. Yeah. Didn't save any for the company barbecue.
Rude.
Search for any bodily fluids. It might give us a clue as to what happened here.
You see this shirt? Absolutely not.
I think Jack would be more than willing to do some rough and dirty work, some proper investigative work.
Okay.
I'm going to investigate the room itself and see if there's anything I can pick up from the floor and the walls and the trash can and stuff like that.
Okay. So if you investigate room 68, are you using any skills?
This is a great question. What are these called? One of my approaches is Egghead. You're a tried and true nerd, so I assume that might help if I try to really do this by the books.
Okay. So you go in, and if you want to roll on your training with whatever ability you have with the Egghead, I don't know if that adds a D6,
So yeah,
does it?
it's the Mitch can probably answer this better, but so. Oh no, the approaches are used if you want to dig in or lend a hand, which might as well. And so I use 2 appetite to dig in, which gives me an extra D6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I'm not using one of my perks. I'm just using one of the approaches.
Okay.
Actually, do I have one that does things for me though? Oh no, you're good. So I got a 6. There we go.
Right. So you go in, and as you are investigating room 68, the 2 twin beds lay on haphazardly put together knockoff IKEA furniture. The carpet is rough, and the shag fibers are matted together in a way that makes you think you should never take your shoes off. The TV was replaced with a single Nintendo Switch, with a third-party controller attached to it that's still vibrating. The bathroom door is ajar, and you can hear city sounds coming from an open rectangular window leading to the back alley. Since you did get the success on investigating the room, you go over to one corner of the room, and you see that there's like a spill, and there's a bottle laying there, and you kind of pick it up. And as you are doing that and you kind of shake it, you're kind of like shaking it and you smell it, and you smell that it's Everclear. And if you bring it to your nose or if you drink it, it will do things, but that is up to you if you choose to do that. And what
I'll
happens.
swing it. Why not?
I better hand this to someone behind me and say this is probably very important evidence.
Yes, which is why you probably should be wearing gloves when you do that.
I wiggle my purple gloves. Don't you worry. I got it.
Huh. I mean, 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
All right.
Oh, God.
So-
Kenny, please tell me you didn't drink that.
I'm just saying it's been a long morning and I wouldn't mind a sip. It's an investigation, yeah? We should gather all the evidence we can.
Start investigating like that, you'll be dead in a few weeks.
Or I'll be promoted in a few weeks. I'll flip that coin.
Commissioner, this doesn't happen to be like in motels they've got the door between the rooms. This isn't I'm looking to see if there's like a door connected to room, I don't know, 69 to see if because apparently we saw folks come in but we didn't see them leave. I want to see if there's a side or back door, if you will.
Oh, damn it.
She wants a back door to room 69. I don't know if that's how that works, but we can see.
Yeah. So,
Someone should probably go in the front door while she goes in the back door
No,
at the same time.
why'd you make it worse?
It's a good idea.
These aren't food
cover my-
puns.
Sure,
blind
we
spot.
should cover both points of entry at the same time. It's
No, I agree.
like
Definitely.
a reciprocal entry.
Hang
kind
on,
of
I don't
thing.
know. I don't like that approach. We should reverse it.
Sure.
I mean, there
Okay.
are balconies as well, so we've got to.
Why do we keep making this worse?
yeah, this is more than perfect. Yeah. So, there is absolutely. There's a door going into room 69.
I want to try the handle and see if it's unlocked or what the situation is, because clearly this is a food fest, but we don't see a body or anything in here, so I want to check this out.
Yeah. So, you kind of jiggle the handle a little. Just shake it. Nope, it's definitely locked.
You looking for
You wanted
a chicken sausage fest in the other room?
All right, if I hear one more pun, I'm breaking the fucking door down.
Well, I mean, clearly this was an all-you-can-eat breakfast, so I just wondered if they tried to share the love. You know what I mean?
Yes, maybe they purchased this perchance from the place we spoke of earlier, the light groceries.
Certainly a possibility.
Is it called light groceries or is it like French, like les groceries?
Okay, that's it. I'm breaking the fucking door down.
That wasn't even a pun.
Nope, I'm sorry. I'm over
I
it.
just can't hear Chrissy.
I'm done with you.
It is like groceries.
Oh, okay.
L-I-K-E. It is like
even-
groceries.
I love it even
But
better.
Kenny, go ahead. Roll on guts. Give me a
Alright,
guts
cool.
roll.
I got
to-
2 for guts. I'm gonna dig in, and I'm also gonna enact my perk.
Okay.
Think last. When you dig in, you may willingly take on the impulsive condition to satisfy a devil's bargain. While you suffer from this condition, you receive plus effect to actions for which it would apply. So I guess if I devil's bargain, I can just be impulsive. I'm probably playing this really wrong, and I'm sorry. I'm bad at games.
You're okay. So you would have to accept a devil's bargain. So you can sacrifice something useful. and there are some other things. So go ahead and roll it, do it, and then we'll kind of go from there.
So here comes I'm digging into, so I get another one. So I'm going to drop my 2 appetite. And here comes 3d6.
Commissioner, are other players allowed to like suggest devil's bargains?
Absolutely.
Okay, sick. I have an idea.
Hit me.
Okay. What'd you get?
Should
I
Devil's
got a
Bargain
6,
be?
a 3, and a 4.
Okay, cool. All right, you're good. So Sarah or Rosemary, what's your bargain?
She sees this hotshot running towards the door, and the devil's bargain being because he broke it, he bought it, he has to do all the paperwork for the case.
Motherfuck. You know, I had a date I was planning on skipping anyway. Oh, why not?
Yeah, and I'll say, is impulsive one of your conditions?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. I was going to say maybe grab that as a condition, but yes, absolutely. Yeah, so as you bust through the door, you see Rosemary out of the corner of your eye just literally flipping through maybe like a small briefcase and organizing all the paperwork that you'll be doing later for that. Absolutely. When you get into room 69, this is a strangely immaculately clean room, as if somebody has taken extra time to clean it. But there is a bunch of elaborate like cameras and there's a computer and just as if somebody's kind of posted up in this space. You would say the room is nice.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Huh. Well, someone else cleaned up, I guess. Not gonna lie. Hoping something was a bit more dramatic. Oh well.
Is there any paintings on the wall that adjoin room 68?
There are 2 matching. If you kind of stand in the door and look like this, there are 2 matching, for sure, absolutely. They are both beautiful seaside.
Yes,
seaside
of course.
scapes. They look very nice.
Yeah. Time's gonna just saunter over and carefully remove the painting from the wall to check behind for a hole of some kind, maybe the size of a camera lens, just to
so glad
test
you
a
said
theory.
camera lens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yep.
Just
That's
the size of a camera lens.
a camera lens.
Oh,
Well, it
That's-
looks like we've got a looky-loo.
or worse.
Someone's moored their boat here.
Could it be some sort of voyeur type thing?
Seems that way.
Good
You
catch,
got-
Time.
While I still have my purple gloves on, I'd like to investigate this room to see if it was someone came in to do a cleanup job on this room, or if it's just like if anything made its way from one room to the other, or if this room is just for the camera itself.
No, so it does look as though the bottle of Everclear came from from room 69, as if they were using it as some sort of like cleaner, as like a very strong antiseptic, like a cleaner, make sure all the surfaces are good and clean so that they could be in the space. But for the most part, doesn't look like anything's there. But
Gotcha.
as you are kind of like inspecting room 68, and as Rosemary and Kenny are in room 69, Carp, where are you at? What are you up to? Oh no, you're muted, friend.
Carp's kind of surveying the area at the moment. He pulls out his kit and is looking for anything that might indicate who came through here. Probably going to be dusting for fingerprints on like doorknobs, toilet handles,
Okay.
while they're investigating the photo here.
All right. So, are you in room 68 or 69?
Uh,
Or where are you starting?
probably 68 when we entered.
Okay. So as you are in room 68, you're making your way downtown, walking fast, making sure you're like dusting all the different surfaces, getting the fingerprints. You're getting a handful of different fingerprints, but as you make your way into the bathroom, the window is open, right? We had described it in the beginning of the scene, and you see somebody holding on and dropping and trying to start taking off down a back alley.
Just gonna lean out the window and look down.
Yep, you see a man running, well, falling and then hitting the ground and starting to run.
We've got a runner.
Oh, fun. I love it when they run.
Let's do
Rose-
this.
Yeah, Rose is gonna turn out and run out to the adjacent window of 69. As she does, she's gonna be reaching into her jacket, cursing slightly under her breath, and rummaging around as she tries to get eyes on the person who's running. And from her pocket, she'll grab a couple of baby carrots and just start eating them as fast as she can. I would like to use my quirk. I'm not going to be able to say this. Viralatorium?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah,
I
when
mean,
you-
you're close.
it is
yeah.
now.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
good
I
enough.
can't. Hooked on Pahonics. Work it for me.
Ahonix.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
good.
So I get stronger when I eat a very specific vegetable, that vegetable being baby carrots. And I'd like to give chase. I want to straight up superhero jump out this window and start chasing after this guy.
Yeah, let's
Absolutely.
do this.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, all right.
All right, so you guys are giving chase. That was a really good music switch.
Yeah,
right
no,
there as
seriously.
it went.
Very, 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 very well timed.
It's gonna change, but that's okay. So, you guys hop out the back window, and you see Rosemary just kind of taking off in what seems kind of unnaturally fast speed. Is giving chase. So, this is gonna be fun for me as a commissioner. So bear with me as we get through this, because I had a lot of fun making up this part. So as you guys get to this back alley, a car careens. You see doors swing open and 4 USDA agents hop out, and they start taking off down the alley in a full sprint after the person as well. And they're shouting back at you, "Ha ha, losers, we're gonna get there first!" And one of them's flipping the bird.
You cock-blocking son of a bitch! She keeps running.
Yeah.
So they start going out, and as you're running, you notice you're in a very strange alley, and there are all these carts. So a shawarma cart comes careening just right into your path. And as it goes, shawarma, kebab, what would you like? And he's just, are you doing anything? Are you running past? Are you knocking your way through it?
I would like to try and parkour my way like through it.
Okay.
Could I make a
Yeah.
request of the commissioner, possibly?
Sure.
While the group went off to go chase after this thing, Rosemary with a Bugs Bunny-like speed, which I think is wonderful. Is it possible that I could have returned to the front to grab a bit of my gear, which it says on the character sheet is a sweet ride, and specifically says whatever it is, it goes fast. So
Yeah.
I just like to be like, I don't have to be like in this scene, but just like as they start like to get like approach, I just want to be like other end of the alley, pull up in a super cool looking like orange car, just like yo.
Sure, absolutely.
That's all I need. Everyone else do whatever.
So you're just gonna try to parkour your way around this man. He's yelling, "Charm City carts, just like a regular cart with 89% more Old Bay." and he's just shouting all these taglines at you. Go ahead and roll on your, let's go with guts.
Guts, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. I'm afraid. That is a 6. Woo!
It's a 6. So you successfully managed to kind of parkour your way, even kind of grabbing maybe one of the kebab or one of the shawarma wraps out of his hand and tossing him a $10 bill on your way. You just a good solid success parkour your way through. Who else is giving chase?
Definitely am.
Okay.
I was going to say that I think Jack is too busy trying to bag evidence and take off his purple gloves that he does not catch in time to start chasing them down.
Okay.
I think Carlito's actually going to take a very slow pace. As everybody takes off down the alley, he's going to walk out the front door and step into his portable lab, which is a moving sliding door van. And he's going to cruise to the other side of the block, probably faster than they would run, to see if he can't block off the alleyway just as he's coming in to try to like hit him with the car.
Okay. All right. So, Mason, go ahead and give me. You take off running, just kind of the same, a handful of steps behind. And as you get out into the alley, and you see the shawarma cart kind of run into Rosemary, and she kind of parkours her way through it. Coming up from behind you, there's another cart wheels itself out. Griddle and gravy, get yourself some pancakes, and he starts hucking pancake frisbees at you.
Oh,
It's almost as if these people are working for the USDA.
Yeah. Well, it's time to throw down. Mason, with the acrobatic demeanor of an Olympic champion, is going to twist roll and send his fist right into the face of this pancake throwing ill do-gooder.
Okay. All right. Give me a guts roll.
Yeah. And I'm going to dig in. So I'm going to spend an appetite.
All right.
So, yeah. Four.
So, yeah, you definitely, your punch lands, but you also take a few pancake frisbees to the face, and you've got just two massive gashes on the sides, almost hitting that cybernetic eye, but just missing.
You have any idea what you've just done?
And Rosemary, coming back around to you, are you still running?
Yeah, so recognizing that there's these USDA agents also pursuing this person in front of me, are they still like jeering at me and taunting me?
They're just chasing him now, but they're definitely, two
Okay.
of them are like a little bit behind, two have really taken off, but they're running. You've got one probably right about running side by side with you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep in pursuit. I'm former USDA, so I have a bit of a chip on my shoulder about these guys. So I'm gonna just keep trying to barrel forward past this perp, like throwing garbage cans and whatever I can find. I probably I have my carrots, I wouldn't throw those, but reaching into another pocket, pulling out broccoli and just like chucking it at this guy as I'm just running down the street.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So as you are doing that, you definitely catch up to one of them, and you're throwing this broccoli, and it does seem to actually slow him down quite a bit. Just as you guys see a very fast vehicle and a van. I'm assuming, how are both of you driving? I mean, you guys described to the commissioner how both of you drive to cut everybody off in 2 separate vehicles.
The Federal Bureau of Investigations, my vehicle, my portable lab.
Hold on, one more time. One more time.
The Federal Bureau of Investigations.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah. I have, it says here, fueled and fully equipped. Now, as a scientist, I imagine that my van is equipped with some less than legal augmentations. And so while I slam
I think you
the
mean
cruise control button,
augmentations.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, shit.
augmentation vans, I will slam down cruise control while I run to the back of the van and kick the back doors open. And I will step on like a guitar pedal that's like drilled to the ground of the van. And as I step on it, a lift opens up and brings up like a turbine that then sticks out the back of the van. I would like to run back to the front of the car, turn off cruise control, and then start to shift into acceleration mode.
Okay.
What is acceleration mode?
It
Isn't
turns
that
on
just-
the turbine, and I go real fast.
He goes
I was gonna
faster,
say,
obviously.
isn't that just normal driving?
Just goes faster, dude. Duh. It's go fast mode. You press
Gotta
the
go
button.
fast, Sonic. Gotta go fast.
Press the fast button.
Yeah. Okay, so just for while you will not ever lose any of the items that you have on you, that I think that's like I don't want to do that. I definitely want to see how successful we can get this to be.
Mhm,
So if I could get some one roll for instinct, mostly because like I want you to roll on the fact that like you know this van as well as you do. Like you spend a lot of time in here. It's beyond training. It's more of like a romantic connection. So
Okay.
if you think you can handle it, roll on instinct.
Okay, and I just roll 1d6 and add instinct to it. Is that how that works?
1d6 for the instinct, and then if you have anything on you or on your person that will improve your ability to roll.
No, not for the van specifically.
What about any of your? Did you choose any like enhance anything or anything like that?
Yeah, like I don't have any like perks or anything that would assist with like the driving aspect. A lot of them are geared more towards his other other
other-
abilities. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Go for it.
A 4.
A 4. So, yeah, I will say that you managed to do all of this, and somehow it goes so well, and you are feeling like you really did that. You're like, hell yeah, I got this. But right at the tail end of it, there's like a boof, 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 and you kind of like, as you're just sitting back down in your seat, and you realize you've literally ran over a couple of these USDA agents full throttle. They're dead.
Can't make an
Anyone-
omelet without breaking a
anyone
few
in-
eggs.
Anyone here? Anyone specific? Like anyone that I'm traveling with,
Nope.
or just other USDA agents?
Other USDA agents.
Collateral damage.
Okay. All right. So you guys, Rosemary, you see the van pull up. Kenny? Oh no, do I hear you? Or I can see you talking. I can't hear you, bud.
Oh no, did he do the thing? Did you do the thing? Oh.
Oh no. Do we need to take a break for you to figure out the thing? No? Okay. Ruh-roh.
Maybe give him a second to sort it and see what the homies are up to.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's check with other
Let's check
people.
on Jack. Yeah, I was just gonna say Jack is still back in the hotel room.
What I'm gonna say is I'm gonna flip open my really crappy, like thick flip phone, and between the flip phone and my walkie, I'm going to try to call in a favor from one of the what are they called? People who send out beat cops. Not the 911 operator.
Dispatch?
Dispatch, thank you. I'm going to try to call in a favor with dispatch and convince them to send out some cars to bolster my friends.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, hey there, Stacy. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of an important case, and I was really hoping that perhaps maybe we could send a couple of cars out real quick because they have what are they chasing down? Is it a car or a person?
It is a person on foot, but we have a van who has ran over a couple of your men, a couple USDA agents. They didn't even get the FDA agents.
Oh Lord. Well, maybe just a bit of help would be ideal, and perhaps you could send us a car real quick so we can regroup later on.
So, yeah, go ahead. Are you rolling on anything for this?
I think this is just going to be charm.
Just charm. Go for it.
Yeah. Which... Does anyone have a devil's bargain? Because I only have the one. I mean, it's not really important if I fail, but like, could be fun.
So the situation being that you're asking for this favor.
I'm calling in
or-
a favor with my dispatcher friend Stacy.
Okay, here's the devil's bargain. Dispatcher Stacy's been wanting you to ask her out for 6 months, and if you ask for this favor, it's like gonna burn you for like a couple weeks unless you ask her out. Like this is.
Oh,
you know what
I love
mean?
it
Like,
so much.
She's been like hooking you up, and you ain't been giving her the call she wants, bro.
Jack, as he tries to think of a way to convince her, thinks long and hard about the fact that his ex is the one that we're tracking down, and or one of his exes is. Oh, it's one of the USDA agent, I believe, who we're tracking down, and he happens to slip in. I promise I'll get you dinner or something sometime, Stacy, and we'll roll with that.
Go for it.
Oh, I got a 6 and a 2, so there we go.
Okay. So she, Jack, all right, dinner it is, and I'll send a few more cars, but I could have sworn that there were a couple of agents over at like groceries who were doing some recon on a different mission. I feel like you didn't need to call me for this, but I'll send a few extras. Yeah, just give me a few minutes, and you hear kind of pop onto the radio and call for backup.
Okie doke. Speaking of calling for backup, do we need to take a break now?
Yeah, I think now's a good spot. Take a break.
See you guys soon.
Welcome back. We are mid high speed. I don't know. That might be a weird way to say it. In hot pursuit. That might be a better way to say it. In hot pursuit of some of a man and some FDA agents. So we had Carlito. I want to say, just kind of like fast and furiousing a van somehow, in like some sort of way, and it was semi-successful. Kind of murdered some people in the process. Jack Colby had called in a few favors to a possible future date. We had Mason also throwing some bows, throwing some knuckles. Yeah. And what did we have Kenny doing?
Agent Spice is going to head outside to grab his personal vehicle It's a matte black Charger with a single orange stripe going across. Her name is Suzanne. And he's gonna just take her in a nice expert, loop out of the parking spot. Do a few donuts first, just show off to the ladies. And then I'm gonna head to the other side of the alleyway to hopefully cut off the peoples who I'm chasing, or who the people are chasing.
Yeah. Okay. So, since yours is just driving and you're not trying to do any crazy stunts,
Not yet, at least.
not yet at least, I'll say you make some decent time. You guys both in the vehicles kind of meet in the alley, and your compatriots are able to hop in the vehicles with you if they'd like, or you guys can just make chase. What would you like to do? You have a couple of FDA agents also on foot. You have Rosemary on foot and Mason on foot in front of you.
Yeah, I think if my setup is to sort of, and they're still chasing us after the person we saw running away from the building. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess my first priority is try to cut that person off. Not so much to catch them, but more just to make them either divert course or slow down so that Rosemary and the rest can catch up to them. They're a bit more competent with this kind of thing. So yeah, I'll just be flashy. Just, get in front of the other side of the alleyway, just honk the horn once, just, yo.
Okay. So, give me just so I can know how successful we are in getting to him and getting him to stop. Give me a guts roll.
I got 2d6 for that. And I did, yeah, here we go. I got a 4 as my highest number.
Okay. So, yeah, you managed to definitely get yourself in front of the man who was on foot. He is now stopped in front of you, kind of surprised. But he looks like he's just going to stop and take off a different direction if you don't do something else.
I'll just kind of flash, like move a bit of the lapel so we can see kind of the badge and just, I wouldn't.
Okay. Give me a roll on your training.
Oh no, not that. I guess I'm gonna, all right. I'm gonna try to offer a devil's bargain.
All right.
For yourself?
Yep, because I need to, because I don't have any dice for trading. I have 0 for trading.
Oh, so what are you trying to do? And I'll see if. Oh, hello, TTRPG.
Oh, yeah, we got friends. Hi, friends.
Welcome to the channel. What are you trying to do,
My
Kenny?
goal is to convince this person that running away from my very sexier-looking vehicle and my even sexier-looking self would be a bad idea for his health and well-being.
You're trying to use your vehicle to make them run away?
No, the opposite. I want to make them
Not
not run away.
Oh, okay. Here's the devil's bargain. If you try to use your vehicle in that way, regardless of outcome, one of them is going to nick it or chip it in some way.
Yeah,
Anyone else?
Not my baby.
I like it.
I'll accept
Yeah.
this. I need the dice. I have to accept it.
All right.
All right. In that case, I have a singular die to roll for this.
Good luck.
It's a 6.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, he stops, hands go up, and he does look pretty terrified. He's kind of a little bit panicked. So he's not moving, but you do have a couple FDA agents running up, and a couple more USDA agents running up.
Yeah, I think if one of them has to nick, has to nick the car, I'll just do my best to make it seem like it's one of the USDA agents and just look at them right in the eye and just go, I'll send you a bill.
All right. So one of the USDA agents, he's all right. We'll hand him over. We got to interrogate him.
Hand who over? My friend over here, who I'm about to go take for a nice cup of coffee and a quick little snack with my friends.
I mean, he's one of the suspects, man. Hand him over.
Suspects for what? We're just out here for a stroll, right, friends?
Can I have caught up by this time since I've just been running?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
100%. Mason and Rosemary are the two FDA agents that Kenny would see running up behind.
Yeah. As she runs up, she's gonna look at the USD agent that's kind of given Kenny guff, and she's gonna say, "Back up, Stratford. This is our case. All right, FDA. This is ours.
no,
So how about
don't.
you just chill out?" She's not pointing to you. She's like, it is known that she is FDA.
That's fair. Oh, I had no idea. This is the suspect. Well, clearly the best thing I can do here is to hand this gentleman over to my superior officer over here. Agent Time, please, if you will.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
as you guys are sitting there and you're kind of like back and forth, bickering about who's going to take this guy, Carlito, you definitely also pull up in the van. Where are you situating yourself now that everybody's kind of stopped?
Well, if they've caught the individual, my plan to like ram him with the car probably would be put by the wayside.
But I love that visual of us all arguing and you just flying in the background, running him over.
That's why I was asking. That's why I was asking. And you do have two USDA agents there.
Sure. No, absolutely. Well,
Make
then
it so.
if they're all like standing around arguing and he's just kind of like standing off by himself, is he handcuffed or tied up in any way?
No, he's just standing, arms are out. He's surrounded by a bunch of you guys, so he's not going in. He doesn't seem to be moving anywhere.
A couple
If he's
siren
not-
lights are also in the distance coming
Yeah, you
to
can
the
hear
situation.
a couple siren lights for sure.
Yeah, if he's not in any way subdued, then I'm definitely just gonna have to ram him. I don't have a choice. He's gotta.
Yeah.
I
you
need
have
to
no
disable
choice.
him in
I
some way.
don't have a choice, he says.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's unpreventable.
I thought
Yeah.
we weren't the cops, guys. Jeez.
So, so you go ahead and roll on your guts.
Oh yeah, totally.
You hit my car, Carter.
Where's
I swear
guts?
to God.
Oh, I don't have any in guts.
Carter, you hit my car, and I swear to God.
Do you want to take a devil's bargain?
I do have to. I
It
guess.
totals the van.
Yeah. The
Ooh, yeah.
van. I mean, it's FDA property, so
You could just get a new one.
I could just get another one later, I guess. So yeah.
Somebody else's business. That's
I'll
the government's
deal-
bill. It's on the
Yeah,
taxpayers.
we'll let them deal with that. This is an
Sweet.
expense in pursuit of
Sure.
in pursuit of a suspect. So
Sure.
I'll totally
Go
do
for
that. 5.
A 5. Okay. So, you guys are sitting there. Everyone's bickering. Voices. Everyone just talking over each other. No, man, listen. You have Rosemary. She's getting sterner. And Carlito, if you were to choose like a soundtrack that you would have playing during this moment, what do you think you would choose?
Like the beginning of this definitely would have been like, Move Bitch by Ludacris, but like at the very last second, as I'm like coming up on the suspect while everybody's standing around arguing, it would cut out and it would just start playing like Ave Maria in the background as in slow motion. I just like
Yes.
speed up and just and run him over.
Yeah. So, you definitely made contact. You got this guy pinned, but where you have him pinned is definitely between the back bumper of Kenny's very beautiful vehicle, and he is trapped in between your two vehicles, definitely not moving at all. So you definitely have him pinned, and the van is smoking a little bit. There's just some smoke coming out from underneath the hood.
Sorry, Kenny. Send a bill to the FDA.
I know. I have that effect on women. It's all right.
Oh, not understanding what that means. Like, okay.
The van.
And he'll walk over to the suspect and like inspect his legs. probably notice that they're broken. Oh, that doesn't look good. You should probably
Get
should
to a
probably have
hospital. We should take him to a hospital and not those guys, the other guys.
yeah, because this right here doesn't. That looks broken to me.
Yep. Yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely.
It is. And as you are sitting there looking, kind of even cold at what you just did and how you did that, you're definitely going to have to take the ruthless condition, for sure. And as you do that, I'll allow you, whenever you have to utilize that condition, I'll just give you a heads up. But as of right now, you're just like very strangely cool, and considering what just happened, it's a lot. So what is Jack doing? So he has called in his favor. We have a group of people. Is he kind of...
He has a collection of all the evidence bags and all of the like important tools that he's supposed to have on him. One of his approaches is actually prepper, so he has everything he needs. But he is kind of hobbling down the stairs of the hotel, and he's going to look out for the other agents that are said to be in the area. Are those people that we're looking for, or are they people that we didn't recognize, we didn't realize before?
The USDA agents?
So when I called Stacy, she said, "Oh, but don't you have a bunch of other operatives that are actually working nearby?"
Yeah, there were 2 USDA agents in Light Groceries, but they...
It's possible they're the ones that they are.
They lost their lives. Yes.
What were
dead.
they doing in Light Groceries?
We don't know yet.
Know. She said she thought they were doing recon work in Light Groceries.
I'm gonna head downstairs then and look at Like Groceries and see if I can find anything that they may have been looking into.
As you walk up, it's exactly what you expect it to to it is a...
What do I expect it to be, Chrissy? I don't know.
It is a kink club.
A kink of what kind?
Well, there are different rooms when you have to pay a membership fee. So if you're willing to pay the money for the membership fee, the hostess at the front, she explains that there are multiple rooms that you can explore.
Yeah. I mean, what do you do with groceries?
Oh, there's too many things you can do with groceries in the bedroom.
Oh no! Why did
We circled back around.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're back.
I thought we got away from it, and we just nope. Okay, that's fine. It's fine.
I'm trying to think. Hold on. If there's anything I can do.
Is the hostess's name Lil Deb?
Yeah.
I'm
go
gonna
with
talk to Little
That wasn't
Deb.
what I had, but yes, we'll go with
I'm
it.
gonna go talk to Little Deborah.
I like
and
that better.
I feel like Little Deborah is a Bim Bam joke. Anyway, I'm gonna go talk to Little Deborah and see if I can convince her to let me in without the without paying the fee for the club. What I'm going to attempt to use is one of my perks called Fast Talk. So when you dig in addition to any other effects, you can choose one. And so I'm going to attempt to chat her up and see if I can convince her to let me in.
Go for it.
Do you want me to roll or role play first?
Role play first, and then we'll roll.
Hey there, pardon me, I'm not used to this kind of a place, haven't been before, really, it's, fascinating, and he just, like, looks around, he is so fucking nervous, he has no clue what to do in this situation, and so, he, like, looks down her name tag, which has Little Deb, like, written in cursive with a chalk pencil, and, hello there, Little Deborah, can I call you Deborah? Please. Well, I was hoping that you might be able to assist us in this case. That we're we're looking into some mysterious circumstances that have been happening around here, and I have a couple USJ agents who may have been up to no good in here, and obviously you wouldn't want that in your establishment. So maybe perhaps just for the moment I could slip into one of the rooms real quick and see what they were looking into. Do you think?
So go ahead and roll. She's
So-
gonna sit there for a second, and she's gonna have a very long fingernail, and she's just kind of picking at her teeth. Honey, I don't know. It seems like you're a little out of your league in this space.
I have one charm, and because I'm digging in, I'm gonna take a second dice. And unless anyone wants to give me Devil's Bargain, I'll just roll with the 2. God, I love this music, Chrissy. This is one of my favorites from BK Do Crimes.
Yes.
Oof. Okay. I only got a 4. Sorry, I'm coughing. I only got a 4.
Okay, so she's like kind of picking her teeth, and she's looking you up and down. You know, it'd be fun to watch you squirm a little bit. I'm gonna let you into the room they were in. They were in room 4. That's the only room you can go to. I'll give you a key.
What exactly is room 4 there, little Deb?
Well, it's a kink room. It's the food room, actually. It's the room, where people use food. That's what they were doing here.
For investigative importance, I will investigate what they were doing in there, and he will
science.
for the agency. He will take
agency.
the key and awkwardly enter the room, like peeking his head in, just to see what's in there.
We never saw him again.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if this awakens something in Jack.
You peek your head in, and you see a handful of different food items. You see an eggplant. You see some zucchini. You see a lot of different things. Doesn't look like they were actually doing any sort of reconnaissance. They were just there, partaking in the recreation.
He'll have a long look around, and every time he tries to look at something, he'll realize just how phallic it is and awkwardly take his hand away. And as best as he is trying to pretend this is like a legit investigative thing, he can't help but be intrigued every time he looks at something. And so if he's not finding anything important in here, he's going to find the exit and depart.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
They were just there. They just happened to be there visiting.
He grabs his bag and walkies to the rest of the group and hustles to the rest of the group.
Okay.
So he will arrive 5 minutes later, huffing because he's been running with all of their stuff for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys are sitting there. You have this minor car accident. You have a smashed man in between 2 vehicles, and you have 2 USDA agents still kind of arguing with you about who's taking him where. What would you guys like to do?
What the cluck is going on here, guys? What did you
Actually,
do?
it turns out we just had a small incident of our usual Delta grade maneuver going sideways due to an issue with just simple, tactical maneuvering misplacement. And so we're gonna take our test agent here back to our facility to review the tapes and think through our maneuvers and how we can do better. And next time, if maybe these idiots here aren't in the way, we can properly execute our Delta 5 maneuver next time. And I'm actually gonna invoke one of my what's the word I'm looking for? My approaches, which is 100% raw. I effectively seem like I'm always telling the truth.
Okay. All right. So, what do you think? Is that an instinct of yours, or is that training? Have you been trained?
Oh, for Kenny, it's just an instinct. He just lies a lot.
All right. Go ahead and roll an instinct.
Usually to get out of people's bedroom. Unfortunately, it's also only 1 die for me. So I guess, do I add 1 for my approach or no?
I think so, yeah.
Cool, so then I get a second one. So here comes 2 die. I got 2 dice. One's got a 5 and one's got a 1. It's a 5.
Okay. So, with your training, they are more convinced that they're definitely confused about who you are and what you're doing out here. Like, they're pretty sure that they're supposed to be getting this guy, but you're also very convincing.
And sexy, so you know.
All right. Well, man, can we at least get his fingerprints before you take him?
No.
Oh, okay.
Guys,
All right.
what exactly is this guy that we're trying to take in? What did he do? I missed all this.
He ran away from a crime scene.
Sorry, I'm trying to open a rap panel.
I mean, we can't just arrest someone for looking suspicious, though.
Yes, we can. We're the FDA.
What he said.
Yeah. So, they are kind of backing off. Mason, did you want to do anything? I heard you try to say something, and then I don't know if I cut you
Oh
off.
no, I was just gonna start beating the crap out of the USDA people, but if
Oh,
they're
Lord.
if they're willing to provide us the target without interference, then I think we should be good.
I mean, hey, if we're fighting, I have a black belt. It's in my gear.
If these guys are kind of backing away, Rosemary is going to want to walk with them just a couple of steps. And as you know, they're disengaging. They are no longer after this guy. Rose is going to turn and look at him and say, "So what? You think he was up to something on your side of the street? You need prints. What for?"
We were just told to come out here and get to all this before you guys did, to kind of make you look dumb.
Oh. Well.
How's that
She's
working
gonna.
out for you?
She's gonna look at Carp and grin, and is gonna turn back and go, "Oh, hey, it looks like you got something on your chest there." And if they go to like look down, she's gonna run her finger up their face, like up their nose, and just be like, "Don't fuck with me, get off my street." And she's gonna turn around and go back to the questioning.
Yeah, they're just going to, at that point, just be like, fuck, and just like kind of start walking away. Just acknowledging that just hard line, like, they're not getting this guy now. They're not getting anything at all from you guys. So yeah, they are gone. You guys have successfully chased down this man. And he's still stuck between chat. Chat. He is stuck between a van, a smoking van, and a very nice, you said a Charger, right, Kenny? We're all distracted by chat
I'm
right
sorry. I apologize. I need to behave. And I have a Charger. Yes. Her name is Suzanne.
now. Yeah, and a dinged up Suzanne. So what would you guys like to do? You guys have him in your possession now.
Well,
I would like to use one of my moves, actually.
oh, okay.
Go for it.
So I have a perk, Memory Lane. You can flash back to declare a direct connection between yourself and a suspect, witness, or perp. And you can always tell when someone you have a direct connection with is lying or stretching the truth.
Okay.
Does this person already have a name?
Yes.
Okay, como es their name?
So, when you utilize,
Are they going to be a
that was-
great name like Jiffle again?
I know.
Not
I need
my
the name
what?
so I can do the flashback and then like have the scene. But I just want to know what the name is.
Well, I was gonna ask how you do the flashback. Do you like hold his hand? Do you just like? What's that look like?
It's a narrative
think
flashback.
Yeah, it's a narrative flashback. Like as
Okay.
he turns to look at me, like I
You
flash
recognize
back.
Okay.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
just need to know the name up front so I know what kind of thing we're going with.
Yeah, his name's Leopold.
Leopold?
What a
Okay,
great
yeah.
name.
I'll take
And
it.
how old is Leopold?
late 60s.
He's
Late
Leopold.
60s. We
Oh,
ran
God.
over a man in his late 60s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn,
I
Leo
wanna-
old.
We're doing some elderly abuse
I
on
just
stream right
made
now.
that joke. This is Rachel's
God
microaggression. I'm very
damn
upset at
it.
this.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna get a flashback of Leopold being he lives 2 floors above me in my apartment complex, and I would often help him like with his mail. Like I often get his packages. We have like the same like suite number, just different floors, kind of a deal. And once one of his packages that was delivered smelled very strongly of chicken, and I was able to get rid of it for him, like, and kind of like he was already, you know, like, so I knew he was into some like shady shit, but I was able to like, hey, you're a good guy, don't do this, kind of a deal. So as he turns and looks at me, I'm gonna go, Leo, what the hell?
He will be absolutely shocked to see you. I can't believe you're here. Listen.
You want to tell me
This
why
is-
you're running away?
Well, I will, but it doesn't have anything to do with the chicken. I'm off the chicken. I'm off
All right.
the chicken. So
All
you
right.
don't have to worry about it being, you know.
All right, I hear you. Chicken's full in the coop, but explain to me why the hell you're running away from law enforcement so we can get this sorted. It's all right, guys. I know him.
Yeah, so he's gonna kind of shift a little bit, get a little bit uncomfortable, and he's gonna listen. You know, I really don't want to do this with you here. I really hate to do this. And as he does this, what he's going to pull out of his inside jacket pocket is a set of sushi nunchucks. And he is going to, even though his legs are trapped and he can't move, he is going to try to defend himself accordingly.
What exactly makes the nunchuck sushi?
They're just sushi rolls.
There you go.
Okay. As this guy tries to throw down some hot wasabi, I'm gonna say not today.
Yeah.
I am just not fucking capable, guys.
Yep, sushi. It is raw sushi nunchucks.
I feel like this would be highly ineffectual for a nunchuck.
Yeah, there's so many. What's holding the middle? How are they linked?
Listen, it doesn't matter. All that matters is I'm gonna sashay out of the way of that sashimi, my dudes.
Can I lend a hand?
That was such a stretch, Sarah.
That was very good, Sarah.
I think it was great personally. I approve. It's
I
2-1. You're
support
outvoted
this.
proper.
It was very good. Yeah, so he's just holding these at a defense. If you guys wanted to do
Throwing
anything
down.
else, go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna like pull out some barbed wire and wrap it around my right hand, and I'm just gonna go right for the mouth punch.
Feel like you bitch coming out after me. How dare you?
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah.
Roll on, would you like guts?
Yeah,
that
guts all
Yeah.
the way, and I'm going to dig in with carnivore.
All right.
And yeah, let's do this. All right, dice, don't fail me now. You're gonna fail me. Oh, I got 2 6s.
2 6s.
Fuck
Okay.
yes.
So, you guys see as Mason rolls the barbed wire around, just plows into his face. You can see a couple of teeth burst out. You can see just blood pouring down, and he is definitely knocked unconscious. He's alive,
Yeah.
but unconscious. So you can do whatever you would like at this point.
I like look down at him. I'm like, shut the fuck up when grown folk talking.
Okay. Excessive. But I don't know. What now?
Let's check his pockets.
Yeah. So as you guys check in his pockets, there is a cell phone. It's a nice phone. On his maps feature, there's a pin to an address in the shipping docks. It doesn't look like he uses the phone for anything else. The last message in his phone is a sext message to his wife. But other than that, looks like he doesn't do much with this phone. He was probably given it to him. Somebody probably gave it to him.
Wait, you said that his wife's number's on here?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna call her.
All right. So you call, and a small little, 70-ish-year-old woman answers the phone named Brenda.
Hey, Brenda. How's it going?
Hello. Can I help you?
Yeah. I have this sushi wielding. What was his name again?
Leopold.
Leopold. I got Leopold right here with me, okay?
Yes.
He's not doing
He's
so
not.
well.
He's not on the chicken again, is he? I thought Rosemary had helped break him of that.
Yeah, I'm the FTA.
Okay.
All right. So you're gonna, whatever weird shady stuff he might be a part of, I want you to spill the beans, all of it. If you don't, I'm gonna kick his shins or his kneecap and bust him. You hear me?
Well, I hear you. I'm not into anything shady, but I will say Leopold has been acting very strange recently, disappearing at odd hours of the night. He's been talking about a man named Russell Sprouts.
Oh. Where can I find this man?
Oh, I don't know about that. Leopold just talks about him all the time, about how he's gonna just change the world. I really don't know.
Yeah.
That would be a question for Leopold.
Well, unfortunately, he's taking a nap right now.
Oh, yeah, he does need those sometimes. He gets a little cranky.
Yeah, he's fine. You still have the same address. I just need to make sure, since you didn't report this person in after eating chicken and such. You could be liable.
Oh, well, Rosemary, Agent Time actually took care of all of that, but yes, we are at the same address.
All right. Thank you, Brenda. I hope Leopold gets out of this alive.
What?
It's gonna hang up.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So.
All right.
She doesn't know. That's about it.
You guys want to hit up a Subway on the way, or I don't know what's good around here. What you guys want to eat?
Not immediately hungry. Gotta say.
Oh, that's fair. All right.
So what do we know?
Yeah, let's go over what we know so far.
Russ Sprouts is associated with it, but we have this ping on the map, someplace that he goes to, so we can check that out next.
We could also possibly split if we need to. Someone goes up to this Russ Sprouts guy, others go for this location.
Yeah, we need to wake up Leopold.
Oh, gee. If only he was already conscious.
I can make him conscious again.
No, I think you're good. Let's just let him.
Jack will kneel down and attend to him and attempt to give him a little bit of first aid.
Sure. Yeah. You managed to heal him, give him a couple little, just real gentle, not going anywhere near the mouth. That is definitely smashed in. But definitely getting him a little bit awake. You can see his nose is starting to black and blue. Underneath his eyes is starting to black and blue pretty quickly. And he is in some pretty intense pain, but he is awake.
Hey, buddy. Okay, all right, relax. Been a long day for all of us, I'm sure. Let's just talk this out, yeah?
Listen, here's the thing, is that if you guys are, I'm just working for Russell, but here's the thing, is Russell's a good man. And, I mean, will you defeat them? Your demons and all the non-believers and the plans that they've made? Because one day, I'll leave you a phantom to lead you to
Are
the
you
summer.
quoting
Wait.
My Chemical Romance?
Oh yeah, that's that band, right, that wears the...
Yeah, it's gonna like
the black.
wrap that barbed wire around the fist again.
Tempted to let him hit you again, not gonna lie.
Okay, listen, that's what he tells us to say, something similar to that. I don't remember it now, because I had my face smashed in. But basically what I do is, I come to the hotel and I stay in one of the rooms, and the person who gets the room that connects to mine, I get them to come with me usually. I take them to Russell, and then what Russell does with them, I mean, it's more up to Russell than me, but he's really trying to help people. Just gives them a sweet release. It's painless.
Is Russell a fan of meatball subs?
Yeah. He's
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry for some meatball subs. Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna want that
Yeah.
meat.
Nope.
All right, Leo, tell me where we can find this Russell. I need exacts, okay? No fooling around here.
He will look for his phone. I don't know the address. I usually just put it into Google Maps.
Mason, you still got the phone? Mason?
Yeah, I do. It's right here. Sorry, I was just looking at this guy. That's trying to throw down on us. How dare you? Here's the phone. Toss it over.
Yeah, Rose is gonna take the phone and look at it and hand it over to Carp, and just say, see what you can do with this. Get anything off of it.
Or, give me just a moment. Carp's gonna sit over on the floor, like in the corner of the room, facing away from everybody.
I thought we were
Just
in a
kinda-
car.
He's
You
gonna
guys are
get
like in the street.
Yeah.
You guys have never moved the vehicles, so he's
Yeah,
still pinned.
We're just blocking traffic
Yeah,
left
what
and right.
city are we in?
He'll
Baltimore.
sit on the hood
Yeah,
of his
Baltimore.
destroyed van.
Yeah, this sounds like Baltimore. It's all right. We're fine.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
home. This is it.
Sitting on the
Alright.
hood of the destroyed van, facing away from. Is it Leopold that's crushed?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Just putting the scene together.
Jack Colby will stand on the other side of the van, just
There we go.
redirecting traffic.
Sitting on the hood, he's gonna like pull out his toolkit. He's gonna get like his laptop, connect the USB to the phone, and start linking it to the device so that he can start pulling data off of it. I want to find out if I can see where he was when he made some of these phone calls to what's her name,
Mr. Sprouts. Or
Cheesy Gordita Crunch.
Yeah.
These pair
So-
devices are always tracking us.
Yeah, so you sit down and you're just so quick with tech, and it is just exactly what you do. You were very quickly able to realize, like, he was making calls to Russell from the hotel. He was making calls to and from Brenda at the hotel. He was at home making calls to Russell. He definitely wasn't using this phone, and just looking at him, he doesn't look like he's of an age where he was probably doing much. You find a Facebook page. The Facebook page is all memes, but they're like uncomfortably cropped, where like they didn't crop out who actually posted them. It's just like, and then they posted them. It's every once in a while you see a political post.
Get that Neopets account or MySpace.
Here you go, detective. There's not much on here. Nothing useful. Nothing even that far technological. Not so much as a Club Penguin account.
Well, that checks out. Okay, so let's just recap. Our missing person was last seen in a hotel room, participating in an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Or worse.
Or something a little spicier than that. Leo, you were in room 69, correct?
Yeah, the clean one, the one that was cleaned. I cleaned it a lot.
All right.
Heavily.
You posted up there. You took then our missing persons to Russell.
He
Gave
comes
them the
to pick them
address?
up. But
Okay.
I do know I've been to the factory where he processes them. Yes.
Okay.
It's in my Google Maps. It's
Okay.
probably in the history.
All right. And newbie, Colby, you went to a kink club. What were you able to find out there?
It was a very important part of the mystery that these USD agents were partaking in the feasts of this particular establishment, but I don't think that was related to the current case on hand.
You seem
Yeah.
nervous, Jack. What's the matter?
It's just so phallic. Everything was so... Oh, Lord. I don't know.
You can drop the act. We don't think you're actually bashful of a phallic-shaped object. We all know that you've got a Feta Life account.
Relax, friend. It's not that hard to swallow, all right?
Yeah.
We're all okay for it.
You'll get used to it the more time you spend in the FDA. It's a lot of stuff like tonight.
All right. So it sounds like we're going to go head to a process facility, and she gestures to Mason, where someone can catch those hams, and we can maybe find our person before they get chewed up.
You mean our walk job?
Yeah. I'm ready to throw down. Is everyone locked and loaded? This is probably going to be dangerous.
I never come unprepared.
Rosemary checks her baby carrot stash and realizes that she does have enough, and will nod. Yeah, it should be good.
All right, let's do this. Let's not have any casualties.
Jack Colby will definitely recheck his bag 3 or 4 times, make sure he's got all the appropriate accoutrements of the investigator.
What do we do with this one over here? And he grabs, like, Leopold's ankle and tugs on it slightly.
Oh.
Should probably get him to a hospital soon.
As you say that, he kind of like winces in pain, sees what's happening. I was told to always go down fighting, and out of the corner of his cheek, you see something kind of just move a little bit, and it looks like it's a sushi cap, like a capsule. And he says, "For the chicken kernels," and he bites down on it, and his head explodes. And you guys
Fuck my shirt!
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, Rose just stands there like as the blood like just spurts all over. She doesn't even wince as this happens, and she just kind of.
I'm gonna make sure my mouth is closed.
Sure.
Jack's mouth was not closed, and he was not prepared.
Hey, can we just scrap this whole fucking case and go home and change, guys? I'm not a big fan of this anymore, actually.
Yeah.
Gross.
We got one more place to go. It's fine.
So
Wanna
as you guys
shower?
are getting into Kenny's charger, to head to the next location.
Oh, we're gonna ruin the inside of my seats, you assholes.
Why do you think I don't drive anymore?
Yeah, sorry. And I'm gonna flick a piece of Leopold off of my hair or my cap. It's like, I'm really sorry about that.
Paying me for that.
Jack Colby will dig into his bag of things and just say, I don't know if I have enough wet wipes for this.
There's not enough wet wipes in the world to make you clean after tonight.
Yeah, he just
I'm
slowly
gonna go
wipes
for
his
that.
face down, wipes his glasses, and goes through package after package of those little tiny squares of wet wipes.
I was gonna go for a that's what she said joke, but you know what? After today, I can't.
So as you guys all climb into the charger and start driving away,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the gameplay. We're all just gonna pile up with fucking.
We're just gonna
blood
leave
of
the
my
crashed
car,
van where it is.
yeah. Well,
leave
Hey.
the van, cover my car in viscera, and get on the
Hey,
way.
hot
Let's
shot.
do it. Yeah.
I will remind you that you're on deck for paperwork. I'll just make sure to add this couple of forms, and she'll just sort through and add a few more forms to the stack.
Yeah, head explodey form.
Did I fucking exit viewers or something? This feels like spite.
We did leave a man dead in the street, so
There's a lot of we, but I feel like one
Well-
person did a lot of the things that we're leaving someone dead in the street.
well, as you guys are actually driving away, the backup that Jack had called for shows
Oh,
up.
great.
And it is a couple of other FDA agents, and they see what's happening. Is anybody explaining it to them, or are you guys just
Nope.
Nope, we're done.
sure?
Jack
Yeah.
is
We
going
got-
to
stuff
mumble
to
as
do.
best he can, but sees that the car is slowly rolling away without him, and just kind of yell a bit more information before diving into the car.
Kenny just looks over and slowly turns the music up as he drives away. It's like, nope, we're good.
Yeah, so you guys drive to the pinned address, and it is an old meatpacking plant. Looks as though it is a little run down, located in the shipping dock district. It's a rundown building, a couple broken out windows, but you guys make it there with no issues. Does anyone need a break really quickly, or are we good?
If we could take a quick 5-minute break, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Okay, this would be a good time for that. So we'll go ahead, take a 5-minute break, 5-ish, and we'll be back.
We'll see you at 10:35, y'all. Have a good one.
Alrighty then.
All right, welcome back. So we find ourselves after a wild chase through the streets of Baltimore, roughing up a witness, watching possible murder, suicide. I say that as a question.
Murduicide.
There you go. You guys are now in the shipping dock district at an old run-down meatpacking
Oh, the
factory.
meat. You can smell it from here.
You all right there, Mason?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just, this is going to be a battle. So everyone better buck up.
All right. I'm assuming you roll in with the bad cop routine.
I do what I need to in order to get the truth.
Do we have a non-bad cop routine? I thought we
Yeah.
were just bad cops, honestly.
I mean, when it's just me and Rosemary, which is the good cop situation, but
Are you throwing shots over there? Is that what it is?
I think so.
we can go in with the good cop, bad cop, bad cop, bad cop, bad cop if you want.
I think I'm a perfectly competent cop. Thank you very
Take
much.
it easy, hotshot. Nobody's trying to say you're not good at what you do.
Fair enough.
I am.
That's not what the metaphor of good cop, bad cop is, but yeah. Real quick,
We could play this like
Commissioner.
a Clint Eastwood movie. We could be the good, the bad, and the shitty.
Wow.
Does that count as lashing out at an ally?
I feel like a little bit. Just,
We'll take it.
I'm feeling lashed.
That was
at.
very
Yeah.
We're just all attacking Foxy.
Right? What did I do?
Commissioner, real quick, because I would know this, but I forget in out of character. What is the name of this like weird cult that he died for?
The chicken kernels.
Chicken kernels. Right. Yep.
Can we get some Navy SEAL backup?
Do you guys have any Navy SEALs to call for backup?
I don't know. Mason is the wrong. Maybe he has some connections with the criminal underworld.
I've got some adoring fans. That's about it. I don't know.
I don't know what you want from me, Mason. I eat carrots. It's kind of my deal.
Yeah.
I eat carrots. It's kind of my deal.
Yes,
It's
it
my
does.
favorite thing that's been said all night long.
What's the matter, Savoy? Need someone in a uniform to come save you? A big, strong man to come rescue the damsel in a po' boy hat?
Yes.
Pathetic.
Hey now.
It's because I am confident enough to realize I need help, especially short, white uniform wearing Navy and their SEALs.
Does the Navy have SEALs?
Are we talking like actual seals?
See, I
Actual
assumed we were.
SEALs. Yes,
That was
we
my
are.
assumption, yeah.
The Navy does have SEALs, cybernetic SEAls, and they're men with their short shorts and tight shirts.
And everyone told me that was just a drug trip, but I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, let's call the director. I'm gonna like speed dial like Dan.
Hey, go for it.
Hey, director.
Who is this?
This is FDA agent Mason Savoy.
Okay. What can I do for you?
We're going in hot to this facility. I'm about to send you the coordinates. All right. If in case we don't get out of here, can you send us some backup? Preferably the seamen from the U.S. Navy.
Yes. Sure.
We'll throw some semen your way.
We'll definitely. Oh, you said it before I could. Thank you,
It slipped. Like I couldn't stop
Oh,
it.
it slipped, huh?
It just-
It just came out
Yeah.
early. I'm sure they
Here we
can bust
are.
in through the back door. Anyway. Sorry. Anyway, we were saying important, very
So
official
he-
things.
He definitely, after talking to you, agrees to send in some SEALs as backup.
Wait. To be clear, are we getting trained military personnel as backup? Or are we getting some SEALs as backup?
I simply flip that coin personally.
Yeah, I think it's
As
both.
long as they are trained SEAls, I'm okay with it.
I
Yeah.
think regardless, they'll be well trained. So we flip that
Highly
coin.
violent and highly expertise Navy SEAls who have only known death and murder.
Hey, Carp, how does it feel to know that that sandwich you had this morning was probably your last?
It feels like I should have tendered my resignation earlier this week.
Yeah, the FDA ain't for the weak of heart.
Listen, all I'm saying is if we die here, no paperwork for me. So
I think we're going to be fine, everyone. We're all well-trained cops. We're going to be okay.
Let's do this. I'm gonna
All right,
wrap the
kiddos.
barbed wire around my hand again.
Now, I was going to say we should do this by the books, but I don't think I can really
This is
sway
by the
Mason.
books.
there's a book.
The book is we do whatever we want because we're the
Okay,
FDA.
cool. I thought so.
Yeah,
We all went to the Food and Drug Academy. Come on.
yeah.
Y'all
ready
went to the
for
Food
this.
and Drug Academy. I went to the Academy with Food and Drugs.
All right. So we rolled up on the spot. kind of a deal.
You guys have
Like,
been
are we
sitting
there?
in the parking lot.
We've just
Okay,
been.
I just want to make sure where
we've
we're
just
at.
been
I just want to make sure
arguing.
we are.
Okay.
In the
Okay,
parking
while we've been
lot.
Personally.
oh, go for it, Carp. Go for it.
Personally, I went to MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Tasting. You guys went to public schools with Pell Grants and whatnot. I'm a PhD
Actually,
student.
Bell Pepper Grant here.
Oh, that's very prestigious. Congratulations.
Thanks. Rose is going to be looking out at the building, not wanting to go in through the front door, just because that might be a thing. She's going to try and be looking for a window. I want to use my approach of bite size to try and find some place, to be able to get in through the building without being detected.
Yeah. So as you are listening to everyone else in the vehicle kind of bicker a bit, you definitely do see a side door. It doesn't look like there's anything or anyone paying any attention to it.
All right, I've found my point of entry. You boys gonna be okay without you gonna be all right?
No, mommy, take me with you.
Yeah, if you found a point of entry, we should all come with you.
She's gonna look at the side door and look at Mason's just like hulking, shoulders. Is he gonna fit through this door?
If he goes in sideways, yeah.
Don't worry, I fit into smaller places.
All right. Well, listen.
Nope.
I've heard that before. It was a lie.
Oh.
Can we all just agree that we go in quiet? Try to get the information that we can get?
Yeah,
Don't worry,
no
detective.
shenanigans.
I agree. Let's play it smooth.
And safe.
Cool as a cucumber.
Okay,
Who needs
then that
a
means
Navy SEAL when you have a federal manatee on your team.
I'm stealthing into the building with Rosemary.
Okay.
Me
Is
too.
it
You know what? I think I'll give them a face. I think I'll walk up to the front door and appear like I'm someone interested in buying this facility of some kind, as opposed to like going through and sneaking in with them. I'll be a face of some kind. Make you give a distraction.
Okay. Carlito, which direction are you heading, if any at all?
I'll take the quiet route.
All right. So for those of you who are taking the quiet route, give me some rolls on training.
I'm glad I didn't go that way, because
Aw, man. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, I got 6.
I got a 5.
I got a 4.
Okay.
3 and
Carlito,
a 5.
Carly,
a 3 and a 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say that the group that is stealthing, you guys just managed to get in through that side door very easily. And
Almost too easily.
Yeah, I was just gonna say for Jack, it feels like almost too easily. And as you were closing the door behind you, it definitely kind of catches and slams a little bit louder than you were hoping for it to. But with everybody, and everyone kind of just looks back at you, giving you a look. But you make it inside.
Jack swears, "Oh, cluck," and looks sheepishly back at the group.
Okay.
Shaking my head. Oh my god.
And Kenny, you walk up to the front door. Are you trying to go in? Are you knocking on the door? It is a glass door, just as if you were going to go to like a local butcher shop for meats.
yeah, I'll just walk in.
Okay, you walk in. There is a large woman sitting there. The name tag on her chest says BB. She's a large woman sitting in a chair, reading a magazine. What can I do for you?
Just gonna walk up, offer to the tip of the hat, just, madam, pardon, nothing major. It's actually more of what I can do for you. Call me crazy, just that name of yours missing a W at the end there, yeah?
Not today, but that was smooth. Are you trying to buy some meat?
I actually think I might want to buy this place. You see, I'm a whiz-dangin', rootin' tootin', state-of-the-art meat real estate specialist. Looking for new places to put my meat at. So, fuck, I'm sorry. So if you could help me get to know the facility, I might want to know if I could properly store my meat here. If that's doable for you, madam.
Go ahead and roll in your charm.
He
got it.
wants to properly explore her facility.
Exactly. 100%. All right. I'm gonna dig in so I can get some dye, cause that, and I'm gonna. Can I? All right. Can I try to apply my 100% raw here as well?
For fuck's sake.
I'm gonna listen. It's what it's written as. It's how it's written in the book. I'm following the rules.
100% raw, if you're not sure, is the approach. You have to use dig in to use it. To everyone's consternation, you cannot tell a lie.
Yo, I'm not lying.
I also have this approach.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is our whole team just raw?
I think we are. I'm also 100% raw.
No,
Nope. Not even.
don't have that.
He
I got a
likes-
6, God damn it.
He
Okay,
likes
I
big
got a
chucks
fucking
and he
6.
cannot lie.
Yeah.
All right, so you got one. How many sixes did you get? Just
A
one?
singular 6.
A singular 6.
And then 2 1s.
Yep. So, she for a second, you look like she's. You look at her and she looks like she's about to, like, probably, like, go to, like, snatch up and push out the door. But she stands up and puts her hands on your shoulders and never wanted something more than what you're offering. I need out of here. We have just this crazy bastard in the back.
Crazy bastard, you say? Well, believe it or not, while my master's was in English, my minor was in psychology. Maybe I can help out.
And she's just looking at you, wildly enamored.
Who isn't?
Yeah.
Mason, are you asking?
No, I'm. That was Mitch.
I think
Sorry.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I think I know who he is personally, but
Yeah, so she's now going to reach to hold your hand.
I'll allow it. Why not?
Okay. So you guys are just hanging out up front? Are you moving towards the back of the store? Because it's a storefront. There's an entire...
I have to hold her up for a bit since I don't want my friends to get caught if they're doing sneak stuff.
Okay.
How do I do this? You know what? Fuck it. Double down. I'll take the hand. I'll squeeze a bit tighter. I'll just kind of pull just a bit, just to kind of move her an inch or so closer, and just... Why leave? No one else is here, right?
All right. This is hopping back over to the other group. What are you guys up to?
Sneaking in. Yeah.
You guys
Yep.
are good and in. You guys are already snuck in.
While we're working our way in, Jack is gonna look for some, like, you know those like suits that you put on when you're working in a butcher shop, and they're full white coveralls. I'm gonna look to see if we have any of those extras so we can blend in with the staff.
Oh yeah, I have in my gear to do, or maybe it's something else. I thought I had like a Oh, yeah. One of my perks is underhanded. Add Master Disguise to your gear list, and you can always enter a scene in disguise. So yeah, I'm like dressed like one of the people here.
Okay. So yeah, I'll say that you guys managed to find you find plenty of sets of overalls and boots and the whole 9 yards. But I'll say that they're the dirty ones, probably the ones that are meant to go to the cleaners. So you're welcome to put them on for sure. It'll definitely make you blend in. But as you guys are standing there, it looks like where there used to be beef hanging on hooks, you're seeing, various human body parts. Maybe a leg here or a hand. And you guys are definitely...
Yeah, that's definitely against FDA protocol.
I'm just gonna rely on my iron stomach that is in my gear. I've seen and tasted it all. So
Yeah.
Rose continues to be unfazed as she pulls on the dirty coveralls that are just covered in human viscera.
I'm gonna take a bite out of each corpse just to figure out who they are.
Yeah. So, for those of you who might not know, this is a game based on the Image comic Chew. If you're unfamiliar with that, there is a talent from one of the people in the comic where they can nibble on things and kind of get an essence of their history. So I think that's kind of what Mason is tapping into right now. So as you maybe bite off a fingernail of a hand, or I'm sorry, Foxy. Or
quick smackerel of toe.
Yeah, just a nibble here or there. You're seeing the same thing over and over and over again. And it is a very attractive looking man in a black kind of shroud hood. And you can't necessarily hear what he's saying, but he's getting very close to them and speaking to them very respectfully. It looks like he's like very just intensely speaking to them. And you're seeing kind of just this experience of yes, yes, and they're talking, and then it kind of fades to black. He pulls out a small spray bottle, sprays their face or their body part, and then it kind of fades to black, and you're not too sure what happens after that.
Looks like they captured them and brought them in. These poor saps. It's tough to see. Is everyone all right?
Rose finishes zipping up the overall and nods, looking at Carp. You good?
Puts on like one of the lab jackets. Puts on 2 gloves that he found in the box. Yeah, I guess so. This place smells. And I want to get out of here as quickly as possible.
I don't want to
Right.
know why you have black gloves just at your desk. Jack is visibly trying to hold in a bit of a vomit as he slowly zips himself in. He's already covered himself in human blood, and now he's trying to zip himself into this terrifying pre-used thing. And so he, you hear him as he swallows, and just goes, "Let's get this over with, please."
Yeah, I'd rather not be turned into Slovaki today.
Very good.
Let's do this.
Yeah, and we just want to move. I guess, Mason, you happen to get an idea of the layout of this place through your little snack break?
No, they all passed out before they got here. But is there an employee around?
You don't see anybody yet, but you can hear 2 voices talking. One of them sounds like Kenny, and the other sounds like a deep, gravelly female voice. You can hear them. They sound a little bit towards the front of the building. You guys are a little bit on the side, behind them, but
Yeah, I'm gonna message him and be like, "Can you bring me a taste of her, like just a her fingernail, toe, like something, so I can get a layout."
a
Kenny will
toe.
respond that I don't give out my sloppy seconds, but I'll see what I can do.
Sorry, but Bright going from behind the mask, so you can't see it, was just everything.
Was very good. So popping back over to Kenny, you get your phone blips a little bit. It is a text message from Mason that says, what he said, because I don't know that I can repeat that. And you see this on the phone. She is holding your hand. This is a pretty large woman. And she's basically at your beck and call, is just completely enamored at the prospect of you guys running away together.
Well, wouldn't be the first time. How to play this? I guess I'll just quick respond of just like a small little gift of someone offering like a tip of the hat or a salute, just so they know that I understand the plan.
Yeah.
And just first, sweetie, if you wouldn't mind, just show me around a bit. Been on my feet for a while. Wouldn't mind a quick, breeze of a walk.
Absolutely. And she seems to soften a lot whenever she engages with you. And she shows you around, and it is 3 different coolers around the entire front room of various cuts of meat. They're labeled as like sirloin, T-bone, like the whole 9 yards. They're labeled as beef cuts. She takes you behind the counter and through the back door, and you do see what looks to be a handful of beef chunks hanging. And she whispers, "If you go much further, it gets very scary. I don't know that I can go any further."
That's fine, love. Just stay right here for a moment if you don't mind.
And she just kind of like nods and stays there.
And I'll just very quickly step my way back, hoping kind of like, my goal is to find the rest of the crew, although I don't mind just like taking note of whatever else I see on my way there to them.
Yeah, so just give me an either training or instinct, whichever, to kind of decipher if you can find them. Are you grabbing or doing anything to give Mason?
Give me my meat.
All right, I got it. Is she wearing lipstick?
Yeah.
I'm gonna smooch her.
Okay.
Just real deliberate, really plant one on her, Couple like a good minute and a half of make out here, like really going for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's into it.
Perfect. Here for that. And then trying to deliberately get as much lipstick as possible on face, collar, lips, wherever. Just like, now again, stay here, no peeking. And I'll just make my way back towards Mason and the rest of the group.
Absolutely. You give me that instinct or training roll.
Single D6.
And then a 3. Okay.
Woo,
so,
best kiss.
So you find your way to the group, but you do so very loudly. And once you hit the point where it's human body parts being hung up on hooks, there's a couple of uncontrollable gasps and things. So you might have alerted somebody to your guys' presence at this point. But I'll say you find Mason.
Greetings. How you holding up back here?
We're good. Just getting ready for the setup. Did you get the item?
Yes.
All right, cool. Where is it?
Right here, big boy. Lay it on me.
Oh, okay. Mason will take, using his big, strong hands, like pick up this little agent and give him a big smooch.
Sure.
What is even happening anymore?
Transfer of information.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. That's fucking funny.
So fucking funny. So you, Kenny, it happens, and it is strange at first, but it's okay.
Yeah, many of you are.
Mason is strangely comforting. So Mason, when that happens, though, you get a visual of BB taking people, directing them, helping. Kind of, it looks as though they're in a trance, sort of. They're kind of holding on to her. She's kind of like shouldering them through the back of the meatpacking facility, setting them into a chair, and then tying them up with Laffy Taffy ropes.
That just seems ineffective.
She's in on it. Sorry.
Ah, man, it's fine. I wasn't that attached. Good kiss her, though.
Yeah.
More importantly, what are you doing later?
I mean, if I haven't really dated since my wife died, but
Oh, well, don't make it morbid. Sheesh, dude.
I'm just saying, I have a vulnerable heart, and if you're willing to excuse it, I think we can go out somewhere, you and I.
Excuse it, break it. We'll see.
Yeah, I like that.
And
So where's the beef?
This way.
I'm in fucking shambles, guys. I can't.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah, so I'll start heading, following the pathway that I see in my head.
Absolutely. You guys see Mason kind of dodging his way through the body parts on hooks and coming to a small, kind of right in the center, clearing with just one light, and you see Agent Welby and the other director, Director Pena, sitting in chairs, and they are also tied up, their hands and feet bound by Laffy Taffy ropes. And it looks as though the person standing in front of them is wearing a cloaked hood. On that hood is very nicely embroidered chickens and eggs in red thread. It is beautifully made and crafted. And he does not have a shirt on, but at his sides, he has 2 spray bottles, and he has kind of what looks like to be like a butcher's apron.
Not our guy, huh?
Rose is gonna look at the folks tied up, and at this guy, and she's gonna pull out her 69 special from off of her hip.
Damn
That
it,
is what
Sarah.
it is called. That is what it is called. I go straight to jail now, but listen, she's gonna pull that out, and she is going to try and maneuver to get closer, to get a clean shot on this guy, in order to protect them. I have this perk. I'm not exactly sure how to use it, but it feels pertinent. So it's called Not Today. When you protect someone from the consequences of their actions, like sometimes you go have sex at a hotel and you get kidnapped, and now these are consequences.
That does happen sometimes.
Sure. Yeah.
That's a very strange example you've used.
A very
Very
specific.
specific.
But I recover an appetite if I don't resist the consequences. I buy my team a moment to gather themselves to escape to safety. So that's understanding that I'm moving to protect, trying to kind of help these homies. But that's Rose's. We're doing the full like crouch down with the gun, like peeking around corners, but like she's in mom jeans, so it's kind of like a little. It's not as cool as like a superhero movie.
What mom jeans are the
Thick, though.
best.
Yeah,
the
give me a
important question.
training roll, because that's absolutely on point.
Roll for thickness.
That's the important question. Is she thick?
Training roll? Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
I could do a
training.
training roll, easy.
Or that?
Oh hell yeah! That's a 6 and then a 1. So I'm really glad that I got a 6.
Yeah, so you guys see Rosemary in what has been the most professional action throughout the evening. Crouched down, her 69 special in hand, and she is now in kind of like a protective spot for you guys to disperse. What are you guys doing, or where are you heading?
I mean, I guess I'm going to the kind of try to sneak up on the perp. Get ready to, throw down.
Okay. What about you, Jack? What are you up to?
Jack is facing off head to head with this guy in the apron. He pulls out his sidearm and just says, "Freeze!" as one does in a butcher shop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Carlito, how about you?
Out of his satchel, I want to use my quirk, Creo Sacrer. And he's going to dump out the contents of the satchel, which is just Dum-Dums, caramel candy, Laffy Taffy, and he's going to start unwrapping them individually. And he's going to collect them all in like a pile, and he would like to start to craft these into manacles.
Okay. And how about you, Kenny?
Well, if everyone else is doing the smart thing of preparing perfectly to execute this plan in the right way, I'm gonna run in guns blazing and try to kick this guy's ass.
Okay. So I will say across the board how we'll do this, because I am going to kind of step outside of this just a smidge and talk to Mitch, not Mason. There is no real quote unquote like HP or hit points for you guys to lose and or anything similar to that. So as we do this, it will be more narrative. But you guys will you will be expected to obviously pass the walls. Does that make sense?
Is there like a resist roll or anything for getting hit and stuff?
Yeah, so you can always do a resist roll to reduce the effects of any consequence or to nullify them. The HP are the conditions. So instead of maintaining HP in just a physical practicality, we've kind of put in the condition as representations of how you're doing in the fight, with you getting just kind of more mentally and emotionally beat up as your physical body is also getting smacked around. So yeah, that kind of if all conditions on your character sheet are filled up, you're just kind of knocked out or dead.
Yeah, that's when that's a KO, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I just wanted to make sure the players knew that there was no HP to track necessarily.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're not going to get hit for D4 damage or anything crazy like that.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go ahead and start. Go ahead, Kenny.
Oh, I just want to, I guess, two small things. One, so it says the only way to clear my impulsive condition is to invite trouble. Am I currently inviting trouble?
Yeah, you would be.
Okay, cool. Second thing, one of my perks is reckless. When I dig in addition to any other effects, I can choose one. I guess I was gonna I don't know if I have to roll to start off my going to kick this guy's ass, but
well, if it's a perk that requires you to dig in, that does require a roll.
Yeah, I guess I was asking for the sake of if I have to roll when I'm going up to get to this guy, and if that's the case, then I want to do this just because I get to choose one thing when I dig in, which is either something explodes or I fight on par with a small gang.
Well, crap.
Yeah. Okay. Go for it.
So I'm gonna, which should I roll? I don't know. You tell me.
Well, what do you feel like this? What out of any of those, which feels the most appropriate for that, for your character?
I promise I'm not just arguing because it's that I have the highest, but I would say guts because it's just like Kenny's just like, all right, this is the moment we're gotta go balls to the wall, so I'm gonna run in and punch things.
That's okay.
Doing that. I'm gonna dig in, so I'll mark off my appetite. I've got 2 left. Extra die. Here's the roll. Highest one's a 5. I got a 5, a 4, and a 2. And I don't know, do I want something to explode or to fight a small gang? I'm gonna roll a die. Highs explosions, lows fighting a gang.
A gang of untrained seals storms the butchery.
It's a 6.
No.
I guess that's explosions then.
So, all right. So I'm gonna come back to that.
Fine,
So
I have no
I
problem
will
with that.
say, I will say you definitely kind of spring a hit on this guy. You do manage to just kind of clock him, surprise him. He whips himself around. You see Jonah and Pena, Director Pena, kind of like shocked at seeing you guys as well, or at least seeing Kenny, and they're just everyone's kind of all surprised. And then I will let everybody else, since you were all trying to kind of sneak, finish what you were doing before we get to what happens with Kenny's roll.
All right.
So go ahead, Mason. I think you were also going to attack, right?
Yeah. I basically just want to get up behind someone, put my large hands on their face, and twist.
Sure. So, give me I would say a guts roll.
Yeah, and I am going to dig in again with Carnivore. Oh, God. Whew. 5. Oh,
A
thank
5.
God. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you run up behind this guy and, you're just trying to just kind of like snap his neck.
Yeah. It's like, catch these meaty hands. So I just twist it.
Yeah, so it is definitely successful, and he is gonna slump down. And he is definitely not gonna be able to make it out of that alive. But I will say on that motion, you're definitely gonna have to take like a kind of like a ruthless condition.
Yeah, definitely.
Ruthless.
Anybody else want to do anything? I mean, he's dead.
I mean, seeing that all the others are going ham on this guy, I'm gonna head on over and try to just release the others from their probably very ineffective restraints.
Surprisingly, they are kind of tough. Carlito, you would recognize them from somebody else who makeshifts things out of snacks and candies. That they can actually be made pretty tough. So if one of you wants to give me, or both of you can give me rolls to undo the manacles or the ropes that they're kind of tied up with.
Since Mason ham-fisted the only threat in the room, can I hard pivot, changing my manacles into maybe bolt cutters?
Okay, sure, yeah.
Okay. Then I'll transform them into bolt cutters and then walk up and snap the chains off of them.
Okay.
And I will collect the candy that the manacles they were wearing were made out of and stuff that back in my bag. It'll look like just a big wad of bubble gum when he
reduce,
deconstructs it.
reuse, recycle.
You got it.
Yeah.
Except there will be some blood and a bit of hair on the candy now, so who knows?
Collateral damage.
We call that flavor.
Oh.
Yeah. So go ahead, Rosemary. I was going to say if anyone hasn't done anything.
So the one threat's down. they're releasing the prisoner, Rose is going to stay where she is, but now she's watching the perimeter to make sure, like, if anyone tries to come in, she's going to provide cover fire to help them get out. Like, the big bad wolf's gone, but there might be others.
Yeah, as of right now, it doesn't look like there is. It doesn't look like anybody's gonna show up to try to save him. The one that probably would have helped the most is waiting patiently for Kenny to come back so that they can run away together.
Gotcha.
Oops.
She is going to stand up then and kind of, with her firearm still drawn, looking around, is gonna go nudge the dead body with her foot, and is just gonna sigh. It's unfortunate we're not gonna know anything else about his supply lines or other connections.
Is there anything I can do to try to revive this man? Or is he just like toast?
What, you a priest in another life?
Yeah, I mean his neck was snapped, so.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I missed that part.
Spun around.
You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Unsnaps your neck.
That's how it works. Yeah. If you unsnap it, they're fine.
If I cook him a good enough meal, perhaps
Yeah.
he'll wake up to the smell of the spices and want to come back to life.
Yeah.
So you guys essentially, clear this out. Russell is dead. BB is waiting patiently for Kenny to come back and sweep her off her feet. You guys can head back to the.
Well, I'm definitely going to eat this person until I figure out those questions that we have pending in our minds.
About his
You're a-
supply line.
Yeah.
Is there any stuff on him that might I don't know, are his clothes somewhere in the building? I can track that down.
Yeah, so there's definitely a couple of apartments above that look like him and BB were staying in. Kind of just things haphazardly tossed around, not very organized. It looks like they were trying to create brochures and literature for the cult to try to get people to join them.
There's enough pamphlets.
Yeah, they're just printing out some pamphlets. Mason, as you take a taste of Russell, you definitely see that he meets with a different person in one of the same cloaks, but that cloak is actually with gold thread rather than red. You don't really ever see a face. But you definitely can assume that there's higher up, like he was trying to start a new chapter of this cult, and he was really trying to get a good foundation here, and you guys have thwarted that, but there is a step above.
There's someone above, everyone.
And I'm just going to casually place my foot on this guy's elbow and then just kind of like crack it off like a crab and just rip the other arm off so I can eat it later to figure out a little bit more.
Okay.
Rose is gonna watch this as this is happening, just eyeing this giant man who's apparently, just very casually doing this thing. I was wondering why I hadn't worked with you before. I've been with the Force for a while, but starting to be okay with it there.
Yeah, Jack Colby is eventually finally gonna vomit after all this time.
Yeah.
Watching you snap his arm off like it's a bone from a wing. Too much.
And we
He's
draw
gone.
the
Probably not in
line.
my car, at least.
And we draw the line at chicken. Strange.
I just,
So you guys collect everything up that you need for evidence. You get Jonah untied. You get the other director untied from their shackles. Director Pena actually looks at Jack and kind of like looks at him a little bit like grateful and even kind of like longingly, and just grabs a hold of his hand and says, "Thank you so much for coming to save me."
Yeah, of course. Just doing my job. I'm sorry. I got some evidence I got back. I'll talk to you later, okay?
And she will start walking out, following everybody else as everyone kind of starts to leave. And you guys go to get into Kenny's car, and as you do that, you see what's really strange is like a handful of Navy SEALs storming the building. And you have no idea what they're going to do, but you hear a volley of firing, guns, as if something very serious is happening, not realizing that they might have already missed it. And then it going dead silent as you guys drive away, going back to headquarters to turn in your evidence and for Kenny to start his paperwork.
Didn't I leave a woman in there? Won't be the first time.
Hey, but you left with a man.
Got me there, boss.
Yeah.
So we're ending this one shot with not one but 2 dates.
Apparently.
It's a Foxy table. If I'm at a table, it's a dating sim. It's the rules.
Yeah. Them be the rules.
2
How I
dates, a handful of felonies,
Yeah.
a couple of war crimes.
A few serious accounts
No
of police
big deal.
abuse. Just nothing major.
Yeah, it's the usual.
Just breaking a few Geneva conventions. No big deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is essentially the end. You guys were a blast. I do want to give a handful of minutes chances for you guys to talk about the system, because it is currently live on Kickstarter. Ask Mitch any questions you have, because Mitch, you're one of the writers, correct?
Yeah, I'm the head writer for it. So yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys
Waka,
have
waka.
any questions in chat or anything like that, we'll keep an eye on it. I do want to say, I'm going to go first. I'm going to say I am a huge fan of these comics. So if you have never read the Chew comics, they are hilarious and great. I suggest them. They are one of my favorites. So I was wildly excited to see that this was turning into an RPG. If I could right now, I have an actual Chew board game, which makes me super nerdy.
Yeah. I have that too.
Yay! Okay, so I'm wildly excited about this. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for it to be done and finalized. So if anyone else has anything else, go for it.
Yeah, I'll just hop in here real quick. I think this is a super fun game. I like the way the mechanics are handled. They're very straightforward. Everything. I like the approaches. I think that's really neat, where they don't give you like necessarily like any mechanical advantage, but it's a way for you to help flavor your character. I thought those were really cool.
They are supposed to give you a better position.
Is it right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a thing that like only ends up being a GM thing, but
yeah,
we
but
didn't
like
get
from
into
like
very much.
a TTRPG perspective, right? Like it doesn't add to your decks or anything like that. And I like how open they are, right? So like bite size could be that you're small, or however you can interpret bite size, you can roll with it. And as someone who really enjoys RP and getting into the characters, I like the flexibility that gives. I also love the conditions. I think that they're super great. Like and how you clear them is amazing. It creates that like little bit of like tension that's, I think, good for a party to be able to give each other shit, which is wonderful. And then, I mean, the quirks are just wild. Like the quirks are just phenomenal. What a fun, interesting way. I'm not familiar with the comics, but I think there's some really, really cool ones.
It's such a weird comic.
Yeah,
It's
but
so
they can make your character feel just very different, because you can both have the same quirk, but it's going to be different, right? Like I went with baby carrots, the idea being that I can they're like quick sprint kind of deals, right? Like they have to be small amounts that she can quickly consume in order to do like, but somebody else is going to come at it from a totally different perspective. And I really appreciate that about this.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we have to give a quick shout out to Blades in the Dark and Fortune in the Dark, because that's what the system is based on. That's a John Harper thing, right?
Yeah, John Harper. Yep.
So if you haven't gotten a chance to, we're currently in the middle of a mini-series called Blood and Grit, based on what is that game called? I'll look it up in a second. Not doing Blades in the Dark. We're doing the like Weird West one, and I'm blanking what it's called. But our series is called Blood and Grit, and it's based on another Forged in the Dark game that has very similar mechanics with the D6s and the Devil's Bargain, and it's a system that I'm only familiar with because of Blood and Grit, and it's kind of fun to play two different versions of a similar based game. But it's a system. It's feels very similar to Monster of the Week. Pardon me. Powered by the Apocalypse systems that are the like it's not the D20 idea where like if you don't succeed you just fail. There's the mixed success, which I always thoroughly enjoy, and so it's a similar vein. But I've always there we go. Fistful of Darkness. Thank you, Purple. That is their Weird West version of Blades in the Dark, and I always enjoy those kind of narrative shifts on you sort of succeed. It really brings out my chaotic side of what happens when you don't succeed.
Yeah, I think the Devil's Bargain is probably like one of the most fun parts of the system. The fact that like anyone can just step in and like add a bit of narrative depth to anyone's moment, and like it never felt like it was like a sort of like scene snatching moment. It always felt like it was a moment for someone outside of your scene to kind of add into it, and that it's like a really, really fun bit of collaborative storytelling that I enjoyed in that, just getting to like have knowing that at any moment anyone can pop in and say, okay, what if we add this to this real quick? It made the whole game a conversation, which I thought was really, really fun,
Mitch, is there anything that we missed while playing, or we didn't really get a chance to dive into, that you think makes Chew unique in its own way?
Yeah, so we have downtime during cases and like round cases and everything as your troubles kind of bubble up, and like for Chew, in our opinion, it was never like the conspiracy and stuff was interesting, but the most important part about Chew is just like these real world troubles that bubble up and like bring in all these fun shenanigans. Like the main character always has an issue with one of his family members at any given time, and so like the downtime part is for you to like deal with those just kind of normal items every day that you kind of have to deal with. So downtime actions, trouble are kind of one of the bigger pieces that we didn't get to touch on today. I mean, it's a one shot, so that's understandable, but yeah. Those are kind of some of my favorite mechanics to play with in between games and during games.
I mean,
I did. I will have to say really quickly that it was something that I tried to figure out how to fit in. So when you started doing things like, I'm going to call Brenda, I was like, oh, good. We can expand on Leopold being like a secret chicken junkie, or whatever. I was hoping we could do more, but I also, like you said, one shot, and I don't want to be here all night long until 2 or 3 in the morning. And I know we have, so that is something that I definitely, while reading, can agree that like going forward, it would be one of those cool things to see what other things, because like there are people who have relationships and the whole 9 yards. So it would be a lot of fun to explore.
Yeah, it's funny and hilarious. Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Proper, did you have
Oh,
something
sorry. I
to
thought
say?
you said
Didn't mean to
right.
cut you
I forget what I was gonna say, so do not worry about it. Oh wait, no, I do remember what I was gonna say, because I was gonna say that to make a role-playing game around investigation can be like really hard, especially if you're trying to like solve a mystery. I know specifically because I'm running City of Mist, which is a very similar vibe of like you're investigating things. How did you happen to have you were a head writer, so did you have a heavy hand in writing the quick start like one shot? Like how did you how was it writing a mystery, because it's like a completely different skill set than like writing a D&D one shot?
Yeah, so we I took inspiration from In Between. So as you're going through the case and everything and finding like the suspect's motive and stuff, and there's like a cork board to be used for online play as well as like in person, so you can grab that with the Kickstarter. You eventually crack the case. In that role, it basically tells the GM what is truth, and in the world what is truth. So as a GM and storyteller, you can kind of have like a vague concept of who you think the perk should be, but the players get to define what in reality happened, based on their own conspiracies and stuff like that. So it made writing any of the mysteries infinitely easier and more interesting, because I don't have to worry about leading them to the truth. Just giving them enough conspiracy-like characters and threads that they can just start making stuff up on their own, and then watching them chase that ball of yarn to wherever they want. And so yeah, there's the long man scenario, which is our sexy scenario for the quick start. There is our another one called Chicken Run, or also known as Cock Holster sometimes. And that is our Chicken Run Shutter Island-esque one shot. And then there is Hearts Beating Poetry Club, which is our horror, like dark one shot. So yeah, those are our three main ones right now, and of course there'll be some more. So I'm excited to do like a Poyo and Friends one shot, where you just play the cybernetic animals and join Poyo in like a fight against another planet or something like that. Something amazing and far-fetched. So yeah. Those are all the things.
The Chuniverse is something I will never fully understand, I don't think.
Yeah, you kind of have to read the comics, because it's a lot. It's just zany, absurd, weird, and dark at the same time. And it's a really good read.
And what artist and writer should we be thanking for the Chuniverse?
Ooh, yeah. So Chew in general, the comic books, was written by John Layman, and the artist is Rob Guillory, who is now doing Farmhand. So you can pick that up at comic book stores. John Layman is currently doing the prequel to Chew. So it's Chew with a U instead of an EW. Which explores Tony's criminal sister. So kind of the opposite end of where Tony comes from, who's like a hard-boiled detective. And so yeah, it's interesting because more food powers and more like inspiration. But yeah, Rob Guillory has such a distinct style, and I'm sad he's not working on the second project for Chew, but also excited for his Farmhand project. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I was very excited to see all of this. And again, yeah, if you're not super familiar with the comics, it's hard to follow some of the. I do appreciate that when you tapped into I'm gonna like take a bite out of this. Everyone recoiled significantly. That's so amazing. Because if you're not familiar with the quirks of the actual comic, then it's a shocking thing. But it is Tony Chu. That is his quirk. So. Definitely check them out. But do you guys have any other comments or any questions, anything like that?
I thought it was great. It was very, I liked the way all the different playbooks kind of played off of each other. Right. I would love to hear some of your commentary on it. But
I feel like I would like to play another one shot of this game. Like, it's an interesting game because like some of the mechanics, like I didn't know any of them coming into the game because I'm a piece of shit. But I like getting a handle on it was quick. So that's good. That's like That's like the goal of every TTRPG ever, is to make it learnable in 5 minutes or less and sessionable while you're playing it, which was great. And especially with Chrissy as DM, because you're really great at just like, because you're a narrative DM, you kind of take the focus off the crunch, which gives me time when I'm not the one involved in the role play to read through the crunch and figure it out for a second before I chime in with like, oh, this is what I'd like to do. It worked out really great. I love that.
Yeah,
I
and
would like
it's
to play another playbook just to see what it looks like from a different perspective, because this was a very like odd character to get inside of, which is
right?
me. But there's like stuff that I didn't get to use in his gear, which was wild, and I want to see how that plays out differently.
Yeah, and especially if you have time to kind of create your own food powers, or like you could be a cyborg because one of the other main characters is like a cybernetic person. And yeah, there's just like there's so much. In one of my favorite things at Origins at Gen Con, getting to like run it for people, was someone's like, I've never heard of Chew, and I was like, great, I'm not going to tell you anything about it, we're just going to jump in, and I feel like you're going to figure out what the current is pretty quickly, and just roll with it. So it's amazing to see people just dive into the weirdness of it.
Yeah, it's a cool game. I'm interested in playing another one. If there's ever another one shot, Chrissy, that you're running, let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, if there's no other comments or questions, we'll go ahead and do our outros. Once again, this is an actual play of Chew. Find it over on Kickstarter. If someone wants to link it in chat, that would be great. I would appreciate it. Go back it. It's an amazing project. Thank you, Sarah. And yeah, we'll start with Bright. Go ahead. Tell us, all the things.
Oh man. Hi everybody. I'm Bright Dystopia. I am a JGD ambassador. I am a professional GM for Magpie Games, and Twitch affiliate. You can catch me on my Discord and all forms of social media under Bright Dystopia. And if you want to play a game with me, you can go to magpiegames.com/bright and sign up to play one with me. I run a lot of Avatar universe games, and I will soon be running Masks games for Magpie, which is a lot of fun. If the internet is a void you find yourself screaming into often, then you'll find a home over at Bright Dystopia. And I will hand it over to whoever is next on the Twitch that I can't see.
Hi, my name is Proper Nerdy. I'm a TPK staff member, role player, game designer, and sometimes GM. In 2 days' time, we are having our third episode of Madness Calls It Forth, a City of Mist campaign based on Knights of Paintown. Christy is a part of that, along with Luca, Ikaj, and Vermin. It's a very, very interesting game, and I hope that you get a chance to join me. I still believe that people have not found all my clues yet, so make sure to check them out, because I like to hide things all over the place. As I said, we're playing a similar Force of the Dark game called Blood and Grit that happens on alternating Sundays. So if you get a chance to, check that out as well if you liked this system or the system behind it. And join our Discord if you want to talk about more stuff. We had a lot of lovely followers, and I hope that we get to see more of your lovely faces in other game streams. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. And that leaves me to Foxy.
Hey, what's up, folks? I'm Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your current and only favorite fox. If you're looking for me on Twitter sphere, I can be found at Big Foxy. That's BIG_FOXXII. I dunk on right-wingers. I slay fascists. It's a pretty good time. You should come around for it. Otherwise, I hang out over at Neon Lights Roleplay on the Twitch sphere. We have not streamed in 13 days. Can you believe that? As 2 of our campaigns have been over, and another one we missed today. But not to worry, as not 1, but 2 brand new campaigns are on their way for us soon. Stay tuned for announcements for that, as I'm casting 1 and the other one is almost done casting. Beyond that, we do other one-shots and stuff. I hang out over here at TPK Roleplay. I hang out over on Critical Misses for Forest and Flame. I hang out other places doing other things because people like seeing my face and enjoy dragging me into things that I can't tell my friends no. So look out for me on the internet and come hang out with me because I like all of your faces a lot. Thanks for having me. It's been awesome, and I'll pass it over to Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah X Franco. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Sarah X Franco. I do a variety of TTRPG content, both here on TBK Roleplay and over at Nat20. You can actually catch me there tomorrow night in the finale of the Haunt trilogy, run by the Incredible Saint. I'm really excited. It's going to get spooky. And then you can find me next Wednesday in Against the Tides, where I play Kelby Sparkspinner, a forest gnome druid bard who is just my absolute favorite to play. You can also find me back here on TPK Roleplay next weekend on Friday for Stargate Basilisk, where Bad Squad, Best Squad. We are kicking off that campaign, and I'm very, very excited about it. And then on the 23rd, you can catch me in Dark Echoes, where I play Irina Kolyana. And later, after that, we return to Murder and Coffee. We've been on a little bit of a hiatus, but you can check us out. I'll be joined by my new co-host, Luca Locke, and we will be talking with Eric Jorgensen from Midnight Tower about narrative threads and the art of the foreshadowing. And then on the 24th, we're doing another mystery kind of murder one-shot run by Luca Locke. The name escapes me. It's not Murder on the Eberron Express, but Proper, can you help me? Do you remember the name of it?
Oh, Lord, hold on. I have it in a second.
Something
Murder on the Prime Water Pleasure.
There we go. I will be playing a sea captain, which I'm very excited about. And then again, in November, we've got a whole bunch of one-shots that I'll be running, various other things. It's a really good time. I just want to have a huge thanks to the other players here tonight. This was so much fun to get to play with you all. I really loved it. And Chrissy, thank you so much for running such a fun and just good, one hell of a time game. Just thank you so much. And then I am going to pass it on to Mitch.
Yeah, hey, I am Mitch. You can find me at Mitch's Bustillos on Twitter. Other than that, you can find me on Weave the Tale, Penny for a Tale, which is my partner stream channel for Weave the Tale, doing sponsored content for TTRPGs. You can find me at PAX Unplugged coming up in Philly, where we will be showcasing Necrobiotic, which is a Kickstarter I did like 2 months ago.
Wait, Mason, you're coming to Philly?
Yeah.
Let's get food.
Hell yeah, dude. I go to Philly like a lot. I'm in Baltimore, so.
Wait, the fuck?
Yeah.
Let's get food.
To be sure, though, Mason is the character.
Yes, I just realized that, and it's 11:30 at night.
No, I mean I will answer to Mason. That's dope as hell. But yeah, let's get food and stuff. And yeah,
hit me up.
That'll
We'll
be
talk.
sweet. Yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, other than that, check out Chew right now on Kickstarter, and of course Necrobiotic is on pre-order on the Backer Kitsch store. Just follow me for all the cool things that are coming up. So yeah, bam.
All right. So thank you, Table. You guys are wonderful. I appreciate you going with all my weird hijinks. I love it all. It was so much fun. If you're looking for me and where you can find me, everybody pretty much said everything I will be in. You can find me in our City of Mist campaign on Tuesdays and Thursdays during Module Week, which will be Oathsworn, Odyssey of Dragons, Oathsworn, Oaths are warm. On Tuesdays, and then on Thursday we have Queen's Gambit, our Tyranny of Dragons campaign. I'll be guest spotting over on Nat20. I don't remember the date, unfortunately, but it's soon. I think. I hope. Saint? Question mark? Goo. It's tomorrow. Yeah, okay. I thought so. I just was making sure.
Tomorrow.
I was pretty sure it was tomorrow. I just didn't want to be like, it's tomorrow, and then say be like, it's not tomorrow. So
you can all tell that Chrissy is very ready for this.
Listen, it's a Saint game. Ain't nobody ready for it.
Yeah, no, not at all.
No amount of preparation.
Other than that, yeah, I am also a brand new baby Jasper's Game Day ambassador. Yay! I'm so excited about it. I can't say it enough. Super stoked. So you can find me in all sorts of things with them then. Yeah, I don't know. That's me. The one thing I will say is make sure you go check out this Kickstarter. I can't say it enough times. I'll say it a million more times. And obviously today being Free RPG Day. I had to say that correctly. I was going to get it
Wait,
wrong.
what? When is that?
That is today. Today is
Oh, I missed
National
free RPG game.
Day.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm so
Well,
upset.
here's the thing: is that I think that Goblin Mixtape is their handle. Put together a list of various free RPGs on itch. So I think they were up to like a couple hundred. So
Okay,
if
I have
you-
10 minutes.
Yeah, if you go check that out, make sure you're backing all of those very amazing indie content creators and everyone making all sorts of amazing stuff over on itch as well. So do that. That's all. I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing.
Speaking of amazing content creators, we're going to raid, what was their name?
Stella Luna.
Stella Luna.
We're going to raid
Yeah.
Stella Luna, so stick around after we finish our stream and join us for the raid. We got a couple of lovely raids in this game, so hopefully we can share the love.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.